ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your deliriously jolly and thoroughly kissed under the missile foe DM Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than the Scarlet Sage could fit into his bag of holding to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove for another adventure in our Candlekeep setting. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the festive Sir Terris, the merry Ardanna, the sparkly AJ Cross, and the seasonal Tony Karlstrom. Whee! So, guys, who the absolute heck are all of you? Terris, who the heck are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. You can find me bouncing around the internet wherever D&D and other TTRPGs are played, most notably over on Ardanna, or the Law Rights channel. Today I'll be playing Hjort, and presumably every other time you see me here during the 12 days of Candlekeep. Hjort, the Musator Bard.
Splendid.
And yeah, that's me.
Glorious. Ardanna, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Ardanna, or Joe, or Oi, either if my players have any say in it. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorite, and tonight I will be playing Jenny Spinner, the Autonome Bard.
Excellent. And AJ, who the heck are you?
Hey,
it still
I'm
works.
AJ. Although not to be confused with, the other AJ, who might sometimes be on this channel.
One who is currently balls deep in a 48-hour charity marathon.
Yeah, true that. Definitely not that one. I am from the Eldritch Scribe. We do D&D and bunch of world building and other stuff. I am, the player or a player on the main campaign. And tonight I will be playing the greatest pun I could come up with, which is Jacked Frost.
It's good. It's very good.
It's good shit. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I saw it and I was like, wow, no one has done that already. I'm impressed. You found one that someone else hadn't already done. Good job.
And the spelling is so cursed.
Yeah. And Tony, who the heck are you?
Well, I am Tony, and I sometimes GM for Josh. I used to usually GM Mutant Chronicles. We were supposed to have a session this fall, but time ran out.
Josh's mental health ran out.
That's true. Today I'm playing a giant Goliath named Jesus of the White Cap clan.
I love it. And tell us a little about Jesus.
Jesus is a brewer.
Ooh.
He carries a very large wooden backpack that's kind of pointy at the end, aka an armoire or a closet. There was some dyslexic miscommunication between me and the GM.
Yep.
It's big, but Jesus is 8 feet tall, so it kind of looks normal size on him anyway. He's basically strapped 2 leather straps to the backside of the armoire. And, we'll see what we can do with that.
Oh, no.
Excellent. And Madame et Monsieur, Dame und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends, including a whole mess of new ones. I've got a whole bunch of new faces over on this Candlekeep Christmas that we're doing. I always use this as an excuse to make more friends and reunite with old ones that I haven't seen in a while, AJ. Other than that, you can find my majestic voice on the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scanfelspar und his little dragon Rush. And beyond that, just generally infesting the art scene in Perth. I'm a bit of an art slut, if you will. Other than that, yeah, that's about it right meow. And I will be the DM for the next 3 sessions. The next little adventure in our 12 Days of Candlekeep Christmas, the Dread and Breakfast adventure. I must also remind our wonderful, bright, and possibly even exciting audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have a YouTube that, as of 11 p.m. this evening, will be fully up to date. because Twitch T's and C's mean we can't upload them within 24 hours of the thing. So as soon as this episode finishes, you can go and watch the last episode. There you go. Boom. That's your evening. I just planned the evening for you there. Done.
Yay.
And we also have a Discord, where you can come and hang out with us if I spell it right. Discord. Yes, there we go. Where you can come and hang out with us and ask your questions of any of the people in the chat. I have really loved it. Actually, I saw a lovely conversation that I had absolutely nothing to do with, and I saw it. And initially I thought, oh god, this is something I'm going to have to involve myself in as a mod. And then I tracked along, and I was like, wow, it's been for 8 hours since this happened. It was just a misunderstanding, and it was handled extremely lovelily by everybody involved, and it wound up into a gorgeous conversation. And I was just like, oh, I didn't have to do anything. They're all adults, and they're really nice. It's great. It was just a lovely time. So yeah, you can get involved in more conversations that gives me the heart feelings over there on our Discord. We are affiliated with 2 wonderful gaming companies. First of all, Wootenforge Gaming Accessories. Check them out at wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. I don't shill,
Also,
but
their
I do
stuff
have
is amazing.
bills. And there is that as well. They make some of the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories like this Jarrah Dice Keeper, or I'm very fond of this one actually. This is a little Jarrah Coin Keeper, and they make the coins as well. This is a copper Corsairs Cove coin, which is hard to say 3 times fast. They do the laser etching and engraving on it, and it actually stands up in it there as well, like that. There we go.
Fancy
Pretty.
It is pretty cool, and you can get them from their website. And more besides. Ardanna's got one as well, as has Terris, actually.
Yes.
I think they both do.
Yes.
As has AJ. I think all but Tony have won one of their adventurers' chests at some point or another on this channel. They're very, very generous guys. And the other very, very generous guys are Troll Lord Games, who create the Castles and Crusade system. Check them out at trolllord.com. You can also, they have more than just that. They use the Siege engine, which is the basic system from which all their games are run. And yeah, they've got a whole mess of stuff on their website, including a Kickstarter right now for The Hermit, which is one of the final creations of Gary Gygax. It is an adventure, and I believe they have modified it so it is rules agnostic. So you can put it in whatever game system you want, which is hecking cool. So you can play one of the final creations of the creator of Dungeons and Dragons in whatever fucking system you like, which is neat. So check them out on Kickstarter and at trolllord.com. Beyond that, I don't think there's anything else I need to really talk about. So I think we should probably get into it.
Ukraine.
Yeah, look, we can if we like. We haven't actually done that this week at all, but thank you. Very, very valid point, Ardanna. The people of Ukraine, as you may be aware, are having a bit of a rubbish time right now, and have been for quite some time now. It's going okay, but it's a war, so it's never going great. And if you wouldn't mind chucking your charity dollars, if you happen to have any in your wallet, towards the emergency action appeal, that would be wonderfully received of you, you bloody champions. Check out the link in chat. There's so far nearly $5 million has been raised for the refugees generated by the war, and it's really cool. But it could be better, so if you wouldn't mind, bloody champions, good on you. All right, well, mateys. May your allies turn into giant crustaceans, and all your cults be the sexy kind, not the evil forest demon unicorn kind, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into the Candlekeep. We return to the Candlekeep, and a fairly normal day in the weeks leading up to the winter solstice. You guys have been asked up to the Bookworm's office, the Bookworm being one of the chief readers of the library. Before anything goes out on the shelves, it must first be read and assessed for quality by the readers, and the Bookworm is the guy in charge of them. He is I believe, a brass dragonborn, and a generally lovely guy, very Dumbledore-esque in his manner, but he also seems to have taken a distinct interest in the ongoings of the Keepers, members of which order you guys all are. It's an odd band, semi-mercenary, professional librarian. And you guys go out finding the books that need to be found, retrieving the books that haven't been returned, and generally just making sure nobody does anything too stupid within the confines of the Candlekeep. So you get, around this time of year, the Candlekeep gets a little bit antsy about how all the books that are missing from it, and you guys are being sent out to go and retrieve as many as you can. Apparently there is a new mission, and the four of you have been gathered up, selected personally by the bookworm for this mission. And you do all know each other. You've all, all the keepers know each other at least a little bit, unless they're brand spanking new. But how do each of you know each other is an interesting question. So we will roll on Corsair's Cove's Better Getting to Know You table to determine a little bit about yourselves. So seeing as AJ and Tony are new to this campaign, we will start with them. AJ, please tell me which of your fellow players you would like to answer a question about, and roll me a D100.
Let's go for Terris and
Hjort.
Hjort.
Very well. D100 for Hjort, please.
Yeah. Flick the dice and wah. Oh, it made noise. Ooh, 8.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Impressive.
Interesting. So, Hjort is a Minotaur-esque deer person, moose person, and a professional bard. He is also a long-standing member of the Keepers. What potential do you see in this person that they don't? Jack Frost.
Bard. I'm stumped. It can be literally anything, can't
Yep.
it?
They just have to play it. You both have to play it, is the fun thing.
Hjort can make a really, really good stew.
He's a brilliant cook, and he doesn't really know it. Okay,
Yep.
cool. I
Always
like it.
downplays it.
Yeah, wow. I like that. Excellent. Okay, Tony, who would you like of Jenny or Jacked?
I'll take Jacked.
Jacked, alrighty. Roll me a D100, please.
99.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, two ends of the spectrum.
I'm scared
Big
now.
money. Oh, that's funny. How did this person embarrass you in front of an authority figure or family member?
They insisted that a mug of Dr. Pepper was a superior beer to my brew.
Oh,
And
I mean,
I
Jack is an idiot.
melted away when everyone started to agree with him.
oh no.
Oh.
That's harsh. That's no good. Hey, Tuesday Cross.
Ooh.
AJ, do you know a Tuesday Cross?
Maybe.
Cool. Alrighty, interesting. Let us then ask Jenny, Ardanna, who would you like to ask answer a question about?
Let's see. Because I can never pick one, let's ask the dice.
Nice.
Ba- ba- 2, 3, 4. Tony.
Tony.
And what's his character's name again?
Jesus.
Gazoos.
Jesus. Yes.
A
Not
D100,
Jesus.
please. No, not Jesus. Not even spelled that way. Silly.
D100 and go. 95.
5. Woof, big money. There are two
Oh,
options on this because it's an uneven one. It's a 50-point table. Hell, I could be getting you to roll in chat and doing a D50. The other question is too obvious. So I'm going to ask you, what role would this person have filled in an evil organization? The other one is, what's their favorite beverage? And I'm like, that's too easy. It's not
Yes.
Dr.
Silly
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
I think the at least Jenny believes that Jesus would have filled the role of the lancer to the boss.
Lancer?
Yes,
How do you mean? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that one.
In a five-man band kind of setup, the
Mhm.
lancer is the one who questions the boss, not in like going
Devil's
against.
advocate sort of thing.
Yeah,
A
Yes.
Naismith.
basically
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I like it.
Jesus would have been the Naismith to the boss in an evil organization to make sure that all the plans are foolproof.
Okay. Is this wishful thinking on Jenny's part more than anything else? And Terris, Hjort, who would you like to answer a question about?
I think we might answer a question about Jenny.
Yeah, I think that works actually,
Ooh.
because Hjort and Jenny don't know each other very well. Let's do that.
No,
D100,
we don't.
please.
Let me find my D100.
I just need to show what I'm looking at on my desk right now. Cute.
22.
22. Interesting. A 22 is... yeah. What food do you and this person both love way more than you should? Jenny, the auto-gnome.
Who doesn't eat?
Doesn't need to eat.
Doesn't need to eat, no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
I'm
love this
going
because
to say...
we've asked 4 questions, and immediately this could cross the streams into one of the other questions. Because Hjort is apparently a really good cook, but he doesn't know it.
I'm going to say yes. The two of them enjoy a candied onion dish.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
And the flavors are so strong that even Jenny, the robot, can taste it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice, yes.
I love it.
Oh, tobacco onions.
Is Hjort the one who prepares that dish?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Love
prepares it for his mice, mostly, but he eats it too.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't get Jenny to season anything. It will be inedible for anyone with an actual tongue.
That
Excellent.
reminds me of that Futurama thing where Bender tries to cook and Nelly kills them all with salt.
Yeah.
With the water. Yeah.
30% Iron Chef. Alrighty. Let us get into it then, now that we all know each other a little bit. You are asked up to the Bookworm's office. You all arrive roughly the same time, and I think Jenny would probably be quite prompt. And are greeted, you gather outside before entering. You know that the Bookworm doesn't like to, he's a very busy man. He likes to, if he's going to meet you, he doesn't want to, have you trickle in. He wants you all to arrive at the same time. When the last of you rocks up, the door is knocked upon, and you are greeted inside. He is an elderly Dragonborn. His office is quite a large space, but it doesn't feel that way, because it is absolutely filled with books. There is every available space is just occupied with tomes and scrolls, grimoires and bibliographies everywhere. There is a single comfortable looking armchair which the Dragonborn himself occupies next to a roaring fire, despite it being quite a pleasantly warm. The Candlekeep is temperature controlled magically, so it's always a perfect 21 degrees, but apparently the dragon likes it likes it warmer. And he sees you and says, "Ah, hello, all of you. Thank you for joining me." Closes the book that he's been reading and says, "Come, please. I've neglected once again to clean up. Never mind. But feel free to move anything you like to sit. Have a seat. We'll chat. Quick one, easy one. I expect shouldn't be too much of a problem for you all today. One of our literary agents, Clive, I expect you probably met him around, has sent back a shipment, but it's gone. It's gone off. It's gone missing. And he thinks somewhere in the Tangle Pines, which is dashed peculiar, because it's a terribly safe bet, the Tangle Pines, normally, one of the safest trade routes in the multiverse. So, odd, and that was why he sent it that way. It's a little extra for postage, but it's safer. So the fact that it's gone missing is very peculiar. The request is essentially head out to the Tangle Pines, see if you can't find it. Large cart, well filled with books, most of them overdue, so the keep is getting a bit antsy about that one. And yes, if you can find the guards and everybody else involved, brilliant. But that's actually not part of the mission statement. They're hired help, so it could well be that they've gone off themselves. Enough. Thank you. All right. Good puppy.
Oh, did you get a new dog?
Oh, no, I don't know where it came from, actually. He just sort of was there one day. And it's robotic. It's actually, it has the vague appearance of a dog, but it looks like a stuffed dog, like a stuffed toy. But it's clear. Jenny can easily tell that it's robotic, and it's across the floor, and every now and again turns its head and barks. Like every 30 seconds, without fail, it will bark, and then about 15 seconds after that, without fail, it does a backflip, and continues. Yeah.
One of those, yes.
Very well behaved, though, just a little loud. Anyway.
I'd be careful with that. It may be an agent of the Scarlet Sage.
Oh, you think so? Oh, well, perhaps when you come back, Jenny, you wouldn't mind having a look at it for me.
I can try, yes.
I'll ask Claus, maybe. Someone, anyway. It hasn't been a problem yet. Well, any questions, or you good to head off? Hey, Avis.
Can I have a free pass? I have a cold today. It was bad timing, but you know. Well, do I have to go anyway?
It's probably quite pleasant and warm in the Tangle Pines. Different climate. It's it'd probably do you good to get out of the open air, out of the library and everything. Yes.
Yeah, true. Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Also, this is a magic place. You can just go and get a healing whenever you like.
No.
If it doesn't clear up by the end of the day, or by the end of the... Yeah, if it doesn't clear up by the end of the mission, I'll use a lesser restoration on you.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, well, splendid. The teleportarium will be made ready for your use, and yes, you can head off. Jenny, you all right? Gazoos?
Yes.
Everything fine? Splendid. All right, well, best of luck. I'll see you upon your return. If you can bring the books back the usual manner, some of them are, if you find the books, hitch them up, hire a new caravan, attached. You don't have to go with them, but they can't be teleported. A lot of them will be magically fried if you do that. That's why they were on the caravan, not just sent direct.
Oh,
that makes sense. Although, if at all possible, I could... Well, that only lasts for an hour, though. Well, if you can't find someone, I can make the cart move on its own.
Oh, well, yeah. That might help. At least get it to a place where a caravan could be mustered. There's probably
It's
an awful.
definitely-
It's a major trade route, so there's probably something some people going through all the time. I wouldn't have thought it'd be overly difficult. He does pull out a small scroll. He says, "If payment is ever required for any sort of large scale purchase, here this is a promissory note from the Candlekeep. So if a caravan master, for example, wants a little bit extra coin for adding another cart to his load, then give him this. It'll do the trick." And he
Okay.
gives it to Hjort.
Hjort, who seems to have forgotten that he is wearing an apron until this moment, looks down to stuff this promissory note into a pocket, sees that he's wearing a very frilly pink apron,
Oh yeah.
and sort of plucks it from himself.
Does it say "kiss the Hjort" on the front of it?
It does now.
It does now.
It does now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That should be canon.
Yes, it does now. He's just going to sort of disgustedly pluck that from his front and then stick the promissory note into one of his pockets.
Yep.
Before he folds the apron up, he gives it a little shake, and about 6 mice fall out of it and crawl up his arm onto his antlers.
Very well. Cool. He says, "Well, off you pop then. Best get to it."
Right.
Yes.
As Jesus, well, as we are trying to leave, Jesus being 4 heads taller than everybody else, at least, tries to not step on the little robot dog, tinkering, toe tipping away out, crunching because the door into the room is way too low for him, and he's looking ridiculous, and sort of getting stuck with his maul in the frame, and tries to bend, and it's kind of obvious that he is no acrobat.
Yeah.
And
Right.
probably could use a little bit of help.
Here we go. I got it. And Jack will start to back up a
Thank you
little
very
bit
much.
and just charge straight into Jesus and just try and just full on body check them out of the door.
There is you make it through, and now there is the exact shape of Gazoos's maul in the wall above the door. Is just there's this hole,
Oh dear.
the the bookworm is in no way bothered by it. Hjort hears a small chuckle from him.
I'm sorry, I don't have mending.
That's absolutely fine. It's been a long time since the door was altered. And
I do have mending, but not the time.
he says, "No, don't worry." And he gestures, and a long string of a dark mustard yellow smoke wisps out of his fingers and reaches out to the door, and the door itself, rather than the door frame, grows an extra bit on the top. That's exactly the right shape to fill the hole that has just been made. So now it is a wooden door with a mole silhouette on top of it as part of the wood.
Oh, that's.
It's like,
Oh.
there you are. Now I have a bespoke door. There you go. All right, off you pop then.
Very nice.
Right though. Bye.
I'd say you have a bimbaled door, but
Huh.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Very well. So you head on up to the teleportarium. The teleportarium of the Candlekeep is actually a rooftop circle, and one of the turrets of the teleportarium in the center has it's a teleportation circle. You come out onto it. Purple runes in concentric circles etched into the stonework, all sort of seeming to move and crawl and change shape. And you are familiar with the function of this. It's actually unusual that you actually get to use the teleportarium. Normally, the library just does it for you.
Just yeets us anyway.
Just sends you wherever the hell it wants you to go. It's never been determined that the library is actually sentient itself, but it certainly has opinions. And you step into the circle, and you know that all you need to do is, in common, announce loudly where it is you are wishing to go to make it work.
Yeah, so I think. Go ahead.
Did anyone actually write down where we are going?
I'm
I was
thinking
too busy
Tinseltown
looking at the
Forest,
puppy.
but that's not right.
Tangle Pines.
Tangle Pines.
Oh, the Tangle Pines.
Pines.
I was too enamored by the little dog. I wonder if Bookworm will let me keep it.
Doesn't hurt
Maybe
to ask.
dangerous.
Well, I can make sure it's not bound to the Scarlet Sage. And,
Very well.
I mean, and then, yes, see if I can keep it.
It would make
Very
a
well.
nice pet for you. Tangled
Pines.
Pines, correct?
Yeah.
So he'll
Yes.
make sure that everyone is within the circle. He sort of peers around, making sure that everyone's in there. Nobody's got bits hanging out, and then he'll just announce in a booming voice, "Tangled Pines."
You do
Please.
that.
Good thing I didn't do it because I think the cold would probably have affected it.
You go to the Tangle Pines instead. It's a very different place. Totally different place. Very nasty. It's
Yeah,
on
we'd
the
end
plane
up at the Dangled Pines.
Yeah, the Dangle Pines is on the plane of Earth. It's not nice. It's all upside down. You fall to your death immediately. All right. You find yourselves as the teleportation circle on the Candlekeep itself is purple, and the magic that wreathes you around is purple as well. However, as you get there, it's like a Star Trek teleportation beam. You get the glittery lights around you a little bit. But at the receiving end, you'll find that the lights are green instead. And you find yourselves in the middle of a forest. It is a pine forest, just back from a well-worn dirt road. The sun is shining through the canopy, and it's a pleasant day. It's not snowy. You're in not tropical exactly, but it is it's quite warm out. It would be in a temperate zone. You would consider it a pleasant spring day, but it's probably a little bit warmer than that. It's given the time of year, and you are still on the same plane, you are imagining you are probably somewhere fairly equatorial. The only thing of note here thus far is the trees, which are where the area gets its name. It's a pine forest. However, normally, as you probably know, pines are fairly straight. These are not. Curved, knotted, and in some places almost distorted. Like there's one you see, part of its trunk does a full 360-degree spin before continuing on. It's just odd, but it's been like this long enough for the place to get the name Tangle Pines.
Funny tree.
Oh, it's quite interesting, actually. I do believe there was a book or something about it. I'm not too interested in that, though. My creator didn't really find it necessary for me to learn how to read, so I had to teach myself. I mean, she has 9 intelligence. She can read, but nothing too advanced.
Right.
That's one intelligence
Better than
more than
Jack.
Yort. Yeah, Yort has an 8.
Hell yeah, twins.
Yort looking around and realizing briefly that he is in a forest with these massive antlers of his, is immediately going to reach around into his pack and pull out a bright orange cap that he dangles off one antler.
I absolutely love that Gazoos is the smartest member of the party.
Oh no, it's perfect.
Ouch, that says a lot.
With a flat 10, as I recall. Yeah, dumped out of decks. Interesting. All right. So yeah, what do? You are in a pine forest, a bit of a weird pine forest, but still a pine forest. About sort of 30, 40 feet away, you can see a dirt road. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, Jesus kind of points with his glaive. I guess we are going that way.
Makes sense to me.
Are you having a cold yet? I have a powder for that.
Okay. I feel like this is more of a curse thing because I don't think Goliaths could get colds. Seems kind of weird. But okay,
Oh
we'll give it
no,
a shot.
it's not for me. It's for people like you.
He's
People
also
like
a
me.
Goliath.
I
I'm-
unstrapped my sort of backpack, and as you can see, it's creaking. It's made of wood, I put it down. Jesus puts it down on the ground, and he starts opening drawers. And you can see in these drawers, there's just things, stuff. And he pulls out a little bag of powder and he sniffs it. Oh no, not that one. That is for when your crouch is itching. And he puts it back. And goes through a couple of other drawers and this is the one. Do not use on salad. If you use on salad, your tongue will burn for many days. Just a little on your finger and inhale through your nose. And he points at you to just extend your finger, and he puts a little powder on it. Okay, sniff that. You should be clear immediately. And he ties up his bag, puts it back, and you realize that's just pepper.
Yeah. That hurts. Okay. That hurts. I wish I could fake sneeze better.
Very well.
If you want, I could try to find a track or something. I mean, if this is a well-traveled road, perhaps there would be too many tracks, but I could try.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
sure.
Make a survival check.
Can I give the help action? Because I'm also
You
proficient in survival.
certainly can. How do you help?
They look at each in one direction.
I think just probably by trying to clear away brush and like bushes and debris off the path a bit, just to make
Okay.
it a bit easier for is
Sure.
it Jenny.
Jenny is
Jenny,
quite
yes.
little as well. So Hjort,
Yeah.
Jacked, and Gazoos are all, again, enormous. Thus far, we have had exactly 2 characters under 6 feet, both of whom have been gnomes. So there is no distinction. All employees of the Candlekeep have to be either 6 foot plus or under 2 feet. You must
So
be...
why are all the doors short then?
Racism.
Yeah,
British-
Jenny is exactly 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She's tiny. Okay, survival with advantage.
Well, then the help action is just Jack just picking her up and just
Lifting her
like
up.
showing her around. with permission, of course.
How'd you
Yeah,
do, Jenny?
definitely. Let's see. First roll is a 7. It
Not
won't
grand.
let me roll with.
Or...
The second one is a 16.
Let's
16.
go.
A 16. Yeah. There is an awful lot of tracks. You were told that this is a major trade route.
Yep.
That was not an exaggeration at all. This is one of the widest road. Like in this era, roads don't tend to be double lane. You know, if you want to go past somebody, one of you pulls off. Particularly through a forest, because it means cutting down twice as many trees to make a wide enough road. This is a fairly broad road. You could fit 2 carriages side by side on it, which only happens when it is extremely well traveled. It is also a fairly straight road. It doglegs and turns every now and again, but you can see in either direction about 500 meters. Without too much difficulty. Like, it does occasionally, like, trees do occasionally occlude and stuff, but more often than not, it's relatively straight and easy to navigate. So many carts and things have been going in both directions. The only thing a 16 would notice, a lot of, but not all, the tracks are older. It is, if there's anything about this that's odd at all, it's that more from probably spore, horse dung and the like, you'd expect more fresh. You think there's probably been 1 or 2 through here in the last day or so, but normally that would be 3 or 4 times that many.
Well, that's
Oh,
odd.
it's really strange. For a well-traveled road, there's only like a couple that are new.
Very strange.
So, well, perhaps we should follow one of the new ones. Although, backtrack one of the new ones, because it was supposed to...
Small question, Jenny. And
Yes.
DM. Looking at the tracks, could you possibly determine whether the ones that are newer come from a specific direction?
The answer is no. Things have been going in both directions.
Okay. So it's less traveled in both directions.
Yes. Generally, the traffic has decreased.
I'm curious. Are there animals, critters, creatures in this? And we can hear them, see them.
You've heard the occasional wolf howl, birds in the trees. There are definitely insects fluttering around. Yeah, it's
okay. Cool.
In all respects, a fairly normal forest.
Okay, cool.
If you like, you can make a perception check specifically, which I probably should have asked you before I gave you that information.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly,
I wouldn't mind rolling a perception check
You're
on that.
very welcome
that's
to
okay.
them. Yeah.
That's a nat 1 for 8.
Not so great. Yeah, it's a fairly normal forest. You're hearing the normal assortment of animal and nature sounds. It's not very windy. There's a little bit of but the air is fairly still. The sun is where it should be in the sky for the daytime. You would guess it's probably about mid-morning, which is at least that tracks. Like you're in presumably the same time zone or close to it as the Candlekeep, just south.
Proximity from where the bookworm said that we were teleporting in. Where would the entrance to the forest from the location of the books previously? Does that make sense?
Yeah, heading south along the trade route, but this is best guess. The library has put you best guess too close to the books. It's done its best to send you where it thinks you need to go. And you don't know where along the 400 odd mile road that the books went missing. But so a fair assumption would be that it put you slap bang in the middle of the Tangle Wilds.
So we're searching a 400 mile road in a couple of hours. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, like I said, best guess. It can generally sense some of its missing books, so you're in the rough area.
Cool.
No. Last year I got into a bit of pickle, you will say, about forgetting that I had this thing. If push comes to shove, I do have the locate object spell.
Oh, that could be very useful.
That sounds useful.
Sure it does.
It has a range of 1,000 feet, though.
While she's casting this spell, I'm going to try something. I'm going to use survival and try to smell if there is a settlement in nearby in either direction of the road.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, make me a survival or perception if it's better, but survival will be.
I'll use survival.
Very well. 14. I would say, given Gazus is a brewer, no settlement, but Gazus, you do catch the smell of beer on the breeze.
Ooh. I am thirsty. I can smell beer from that way. We should probably go that way.
And he is pointing north.
That sounds like a plan to me. Perhaps we can ask someone there about the books. And
maybe you should double check my reasoning with that spell you could cast.
Well, it has It's a range of 1,000 feet, so perhaps when we're closer to... Well,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Is that 1,000 feet of your feet, or is it 1,000 feet of my feet?
Imperial.
How tall is Gazoos?
8 feet.
Okay, so he's only about 2 feet taller than Hjord. He's not. You count the antlers, it's probably about 1. But yeah, all right. He actually has feet. Hjord has hooves, so.
Question. I'm an outlander, background wise, and the feature Wanderer states that I have an excellent memory for maps and geography. Is there a chance that I would have studied this place in previous events?
It's a reasonably well-known place. It's a reasonably well-traveled place, so you can make a history check. The DC won't be particularly high, but yeah.
Come on, barbarian. 13, not bad.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You are not intimately familiar with the geography of the Tangle Pines, but you know it reasonably well. You know that the main trade route heads generally northeast to southwest, and vice versa, covering a roughly 400 mile distance. It weaves a little bit, but generally goes fairly much straight diagonally across this forest. Which is predominantly pines, famous originally for its incredibly arrow-straight lumber. Only in the last sort of 50 years or so have the pines taken on this warped, tangled nature. It's very odd. And that's probably what sort of drew you to the interest in the first place, of just as an outdoorsman, you're like, that's weird, that's interesting, but not having a particularly high intelligence, you're probably not a particularly inquiring mind, just sort of that's weird, and left it at that. Other than that, you know that it's a well-traveled caravan route, so there would be regular inns and stopovers along its length. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to know?
No, that's perfect. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, I think if we start, walking, and then we could see what we find. I guess we're not going to find anything by just standing here.
Very well.
Yes.
No.
You travel.
No. Let's go.
You travel about half a mile or so up the road. And you come upon a pleasant Tudor building, a little off from the track, so basically just enough off the track that doesn't obscure it, situated at an intersection where the track diverges, one heading north, one heading due east. And smoke is coming from the chimney, a couple of trestle tables outside are occupied, a caravan appears to have pulled up for a meal before continuing on. And generally seems quite a nice, jolly little inn. You can hear the plinky plunk of music coming from inside. It sounds like a harpsichord.
Hmm.
To Hjort and Jenny's ears, this is an amazing party. 2 bards, a barbarian, and a fighter. To Hjort and Jenny's ears, the musician is okay.
Yeah. Well, that's quite lovely. They could probably use some practice, but it's not bad.
It's possible.
Okay.
Well,
It has a beat. You can dance to it.
Yeah. Well, I can't dance. Well, not
yes,
that
you can.
good.
Yes, you can. You can dance if you want to.
That's true. Well, let's go ask about the books, perhaps?
Yes.
Should leave your friends behind.
There we go.
My brain sang it, but this is not that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you head on up to the tavern. A trio of gents are sitting outside at one of the trestle tables. An elf, a human, and a half-orc. And at the other table is a broody-looking individual sitting on his own. It looks like he's had a rough day. And the 3 sitting at the table sort of Hey! Not sort of like, yeah! It's more like, hello, nice to, I don't know.
Hello.
And
Jenny caps her head and
this is
just
a worthy point at this point. How, Jacked or Gazoos, are you wearing armor, either of you?
I don't need to wear armor.
Right? Yep. No. So Gazoos is the only one wearing armor of any sort.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he needs it for obvious reasons.
Yeah. No. That's fair. I was just like, so it's two of you are bards, so probably not like.
No.
You don't. My point is, you don't really look like an adventuring party. It's one heavily armed guy, one very heavily armed guy, and two randoms. It's not a standard adventuring party makeup, so you don't have the appearance of wandering murderers.
No, I think we would. I think we kind of look like two bards and their
Pets.
armed escort.
Yeah.
Pets is good.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you are greeted. You would guess that the elf is the one in charge. They are sitting on one side, and the other two are sort of obliged to listen to them as they expound on whatever it is they're expounding. Yeah. That
Does
is
this
what you
group
find.
seem to have any animal companions?
Animal companions, no. They do have a single cart that is pulled by a pair of draft horses.
Hjort would like to take 10 minutes to ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Hey.
And actually, he's decided that the horses are in charge.
Very well. They're the
Yes.
only ones not drinking. They have, however, been let off. They're not currently attached to the cart.
They're fired. God.
No, they've got a halter on still, and they've been tied up, but they're not. They've been left to sort of hang out, not left at the cart. So they're being well treated, if you care about that. And Hjort spends 10 minutes preparing to talk to them. So what do the others do?
Jesus approaches the first trio, not the brooding guy.
Yep.
Good fellows, are you transporting books?
Books? No. We are not. We are transporting fine furs and fabrics. I am Citelli. A pleasure.
I am
Says the
Jesus,
elf.
and I, my massive hand, I stretch it out for him to shake it, and
he's
he can barely grab a
very
finger.
dainty, well manicured elven hand, with a. It probably doesn't feel overly firm, but it's his best attempt at a firm grip. In response, he grasps two of your fingers and shakes it firmly. My companions, this is Marcos and Dorn. And Dorn is not quite Gazoos' size, but coming up there, and wearing as much as decency requires and nothing more. Couple of leather straps across his chest and a loincloth that really should be trying harder.
My man.
He's everybody's man, really. You are traveling along the road. Where are you heading, friends?
Well, we are sent by Candlekeep, and we are looking for missing books.
Oh!
Yes, Jenny? Stop tickling my ankle.
Right.
And they have not seen any books. You are welcome to check my cart, as long as you don't take anything from it, but no books other than my ledger.
I'm gonna do an insight on that. Is he lying to me?
You certainly may.
17.
He appears to be telling the truth. He seems he has no reason to lie to you.
Well, have you seen anybody else transporting what could be look like books or scrolls even?
No, if anything, oddly enough, no one. Very few people on the roads of the last few days. Probably something to do with this Tanglepine terror. He
What-
chuckles,
what?
and his two companions sort of like, roll their eyes to various degrees. Oh, the terror. It's a myth, a fable. I am imagining it is probably bandits. Ridiculous, but things are going missing.
Oh, well, if I know that bandits are a terror of many trade routes. Is that what you have? Why you have your strapping companion here with you? And
Well-
she's gonna. I'm not entirely sure that he can actually see much of Jenny except her hat. So
He's a salesman. He knows
Yeah.
to look the person in the eye when he talks to them, so he does sort of maneuver around and make sure he can see you when he
Yeah.
answers. He
so
says,
she will just indicate towards the fork.
he says, "This is of course why. Thorn and Marcos as well. They are very good at what they do, dissuading, as you say, bandits from approaching me. We have had not any trouble in the last few weeks, have we, lads?" And Dawn goes, "No." And Marcus is like, "Of course not."
How are they armed?
They both have two. Sorry.
That's all right.
Dawn is he has probably, in terms of mass, 4 or 5 times as much weaponry as he does clothing. It's a good portion of his clothes is either weapons or the means to carry them. So a lot of hoops and belts. His
It's efficient
loincloth.
clothing.
Yeah, absolutely. His loincloth actually appears to be made of old weapon belts that have long since stopped being useful and have just been added to a skirt sort of situation.
That would cover nothing.
Roman
oh, no.
centurion style, yeah. There may not be anything to cover because in my world, orcs are fungus. And so they may not have genitals. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. One way or the other, the only person who's at risk of finding out is Jenny. Just because of height.
And Jenny doesn't care
yeah.
because she's a robot.
In fact, I'd be surprised if Jenny has genitals. So,
I don't think she. No, she does not.
Oh,
Because
no need.
she's a robot.
like a Ken doll. All right. Marcus, on the other
And she was
hand,
not
has
broke.
a single, very well-made halberd. It's actually quite elegant. It looks a bit too swanky for a caravan guard, if anything. Not like, holy shit, this guy is clearly something in disguise, but like, where the hell? Nice, all right.
Does it look untarnished, like unused?
Oh no, it's been
Okay, cool.
used. It's
Good,
not
good,
covered in gore, but yeah, it's definitely got the cuts and scrapes and fresh. You know, like
Cool.
you can get it sharpened by a blacksmith and it'll be good, or you can do it yourself on the road if you need to. It's
Yes, yes.
He uses it. You also can see on his hands he's got the calluses. This kid knows what he's doing with it. If you had to guess, you'd say lesser noble slumming it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. On a sabbatical.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well,
Do you
Y-
people know what is north of here? Sorry, Jenny. You are tickling my ankle again. Did you say so?
His ears
oh,
are so
I do
far.
apologize. No, I was just wondering, like, I know that books are very, very expensive to come by, especially if you want to copy them. But what type of bandits would want books?
I
And she's
hate to
gonna
say
look
it,
at,
but books make very good kindling.
Oh.
You would. I do apologize.
I know it is taboo in Candlekeep, but is this also true?
Doesn't
I
make it
mean,
right.
In the pinch.
No,
you
I
know.
agree. It is not right.
I am not an expert in banditry, so I cannot say. But I am thinking most bandits do not check what is in the cart before they kill the people driving it.
That makes
Yes,
sense.
that would be true.
Have you run into any dead people or what could be construed as an attack while you have been traveling?
I cannot say we have been looking for it. Dawn? And Dawn would seem to be his sort of primary guard, and Dawn says, no. None.
Now, of course, the guard Dorn is an Aussie.
Yeah. Nah.
Nah, mate.
Fucking none. Bloody empty roads, aye. Wasn't my intent, but he is now.
What does it appear that they're drinking?
Mead.
I will.
Although, Citelli is drinking it's probably a Pinot Noir.
Of course. I will. Actually, do I have money?
Yeah, you all have
Yeah.
10 gold or whatever it is, like traveling money.
cool.
Yep.
Yep. I'll offer to buy a round for everyone who is here
No,
in
but
this
it's
conversation.
very grateful.
Oh,
may
thank
join.
you. I will take a barrel.
Okay. Okay. Right.
I don't drink
Or
Perfect.
or eat or sleep
I will take Jenny's little pot.
or breathe.
So how much would like
let us not even bother. It's on
Perfect.
short forms. It's just you have money. You have walking around money.
Awesome.
So yeah, you can go in and talk to the barkeep if you like. We will, however, cut over to Hjort very quickly. Hjort has been preparing to talk to the horses.
Yeah, so he was sitting there. He was sort of listening in on the conversation halfway
Mhm.
while ritually casting this spell, because
Sure.
most of his concentration was going into that. But he did hear about the terror of the Tangle
Pines.
whatever,
Yep.
Tangle Pines.
Sure.
So he's going to wander over to the horses now that he's able to talk. Just, are they lady or gentleman horses?
One of each. Why not?
Hmm.
Josh knows not enough about whether or not it's a good idea to put male horses and female horses in the same cart train, so there's one of each.
You would probably geld the male if you were doing that.
Oh, it probably is. Well, then 1.5.
Okay. So he'll wander over and just be, lady, gentleman,
Hello.
hello. How's travel been?
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Fine, I guess.
Your masters, what are they hauling? Do you know?
Smells like cloth.
Cloth. Not
Felt
books.
like they're flirting.
No.
Who
Not
flirted
books.
horses?
Not books.
Not books. Have you seen
Books
any books?
tasty. We don't eat books. Not allowed.
Probably good that you don't. Have you smelled any books on the road lately? A lot of them, perhaps.
No.
So, just a quick question. We're just hearing one half of this conversation and a lot of neighing.
I think you're hearing a lot of neighing.
Mhm.
Oh, just neighing. Okay.
Yeah, Hjort is just out there just going.
Just animal noises.
Great.
Could somebody in chat roll me a perception check? !Perception. To see what these horses have perceived on their travels, because they might have smelled a large quantity of books at somewhere or another. So Abus or Tuesday Cross, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be handy.
Excellent.
!Perception. But both of
That
them
is quite
seem
good.
fairly unconcerned. They're pretty chill.
Yeah, very chill.
Cycle, thank you very much. A 10. No, they say, ooh, what did perception? Protocapion. It does have a cooldown, so it might not. But there we go. Thank you very much, Cycle. I'll get you for the next one, Abus. Yeah, they say, no books. gone back to Satelli's voice. No books. No smell delicious books.
Have you heard anything about this terror? Do you know what it might be?
Smell strange things.
Animal?
But not animal. Though these woods, many pain. Not right. Muddled.
Twisted?
Blended.
Blended. More than one animal. More than one type of animal makes up a singular creature.
Not see, but smell.
Smell.
Maybe.
Thank you. He's going to dig around in his pockets and pull out a couple of cookies and hand one to each of the horses.
They are very gratefully and rapidly consumed.
Just thank you for your time, sir, madam. And he will wander
They both
back to
bow.
the group. He will lower his head in a light bow himself. Just enough so he doesn't topple over with those antlers.
Sure.
And he will wander back to the group and he'll just say, the horses believe that there's something odd in the forest. Many somethings, perhaps. Blended creatures.
How loudly do you say that?
Well, he's not trying to hide it.
Okay. Then the person sitting at the table, it's about 20 feet away, but it would seem that, given that there's nothing else going on, they probably have been listening in this entire time. The other person is an oddly beautiful human with an ethereal quality about him, who says, "Of course there is. Surely you noticed it. Even the horses can smell it.
Well,
The
yes,
terror.
I just spoke to them.
Of course, the terror's been terrorizing everyone for a while now. Just because these three haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not out there. I encountered it myself only a few hours ago.
What was it?
I didn't see it. I was traveling, my family and a few friends. I
Where
walked
are they?
off for a little while and I heard a commotion. I came back and they were all gone.
Oh. My condolences.
It is what it is. But I don't think they've just left me, not all of them. Maybe Mother. But the rest of them wouldn't go along with it.
What's your name?
I am Nippolonius.
Nippolonius.
Support NPC, reading aloud's fault, sorry. But he says it with a degree of, I am Nippolonius. You've probably heard of me.
Have I heard of
Have
it?
we heard of him?
No. The only one who might have is Hjort, actually.
I will roll a history check if you don't mind.
Very well.
I have a +0 to history.
Oh, twins. I should know
That's a
I have -1.
6!
6.
Let's go.
No. Never heard of him. He has an air about him that is a bit bardy.
He's got a stank.
Does he
Yeah.
have an instrument nearby?
He is not that you can see. He is wearing a sort of white shirt with ruffled collar and the big puffy sleeves, quite tight black breeches in a shiny embossed leather, and he has sort of a mop of white hair and quite piercing eyes. Yeah.
Nippolonius, the fabled bard.
Yes, of course.
Ah. It's a pleasure, sir.
I'm sorry.
What? What possibly could have
No,
gotten you so amused?
Let me reiterate, 1,700 hours. Baldur's Gate 3.
His teeth are 100% human normal teeth.
They're all just one straight line. No,
Yeah,
like
they are
natural
perfect.
change or anything. It's-
Yeah, they are perfect. It's like someone has drawn the lines on. Jack, going inside, you encounter the barman. The inside is dim. There is a small fire in the fireplace, but it's just the windows are all open. They haven't lit the candles or anything like that because everyone's taking advantage of the pleasant day outside. So the only people in here are there is an older woman in the back corner sweeping by the looks of it. And there is a man behind the bar of a similar age, quite a slender man, which is the only unusual thing about him for a barkeep. Then normally of a larger stature, someone who likes their ale tends to have a bit of a gut. This one is quite a slender man, reasonably well dressed as well, but does have an apron on. And the apron is heavily stained. And he is just cleaning what appears to be the same glass that he always cleans with a rag, the same rag that he always cleans. And he's just sort of leaning back on the bar and says, "Oh, hello. I'm John Joe. Nice to see someone. Oh, it's nice to see a new face around here. Can I get you a rum or a drink?"
Hello. Could I get, like, half a dozen meads?
Oh, come in with a big caravan, have you?
Kind of. Made some friends on the porch.
Oh.
You know.
That
Yes.
lot. They come through every now and again. Always glad to see them. Sidelia'll have one of these. And he pulls out a dusty green bottle and pours a dark red wine into it. Then just goes and fills up a half dozen tankards. Takes a glance out the window and sort of winces as he sees Jesus. And gets out a larger tankard, one that will be almost big enough for Jenny to have a standing-up bath in, and sort of clunks onto the table. He's like, there is a policy written on a chalkboard above him that says all beverages are served to scale to the person, and one charge fits all.
I love this place.
So he shakes his head. He's like, "Oh, bloody hell." And puts one big pull. He just stands there, tapping his foot, just like waiting.
15 minutes later.
Yeah. 3.5 liters of water later, he's like, "There you go. Anything else I can get you? Food, or do you want a room for the night? It's a little early to stop moving, I know, but you're welcome to stay if you like."
I mean, some information could be good. You would see a lot of people come through here.
Aye, loads of them.
We're trying to track down the missing shipment of books from the Candlekeep, where we are some keepers, and wondering if you've heard anything about them. You know, a bunch of books.
Bunch of books now. I think so. But 2 days ago, maybe no, 3 days ago, there was a cart, couple of men, maybe 4 or 5, I think.
Okay.
Well armed. Looked like a capable lot. Thought it was a bit odd for a bunch of books. But if you're coming from the Candlekeep, that makes sense, I suppose.
Does this all track in my head for what
Yep.
I would know of shipments?
Makes total sense in terms of what you've last heard. Saw them heading up
And-
north.
Is he telling the truth?
Insight.
You know, it's times like this where I miss my paladin with a +10 insight. She's wisdom based. 3, let's go.
Everything he said has been 100% the gospel truth.
Hell yeah. She also has a 36 passive perception, just saying.
Yeah.
I want a 36 passive perception.
It's kind of sexy.
And
Okay,
Abyss, yes,
so-
his name is Jonjo. All one word, Jonjo.
Oh, perfect. Is he going on any bizarre adventures? Sorry. Okay, well, I will, let me just, try and, I'll unsheath my, great axe and just use that as a bit of, like, a tray just to carry all these meads
love
and
it.
then just really daintily just hold the Pinot glass. Just between, just
In
like,
your other hand, yeah.
just like that, just.
Yeah, you put Gazoos's tankard on one end and all the others on the other, and then carry out this other one in your other hand. Love it.
Yep.
Um,
And just back out the door with it and just be like, I have drinks.
that you do. That you do.
I immediately grab the big one because it looks like it might
Like it's
need some help
unbalancing.
carrying
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and all the others just go everywhere.
Oh no.
No.
If
And
that's the
I'll
case,
give-
I will dive to try and help, to try and save them.
Yeah, the drinks are put out and spread around, and the caravan toasts you all, and Titeli gives you a polite cheers and says, "I think this whole business is just a front for bandits. This place is so safe. It's one of the safest places in all the multiverse. Since Dr. Stein took up office here, there has been almost nothing. As long as you don't stray from the path, you will not be eaten. That's that simple. Anybody here who gets killed is looking for it, unless it is bandits who are using his good self as a excuse, a cover, trying to besmirch his good name."
Interesting.
Who? Dr. Stein?
Dr. Stein, yes, famous biomancer. New school of magic he is creating. Very interesting.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it's very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard about that.
Jenny, you probably have heard of Dr. Stein.
Yeah.
Okay. You work in a wizard school, or like a
true.
wizard library. You've probably heard a few bits and pieces about a new school of magic being developed in the south. Biomancy. Yeah, this all does ring a sort of a distant sort of bell, but yeah, you've he's been at it for a while. A lot of people called him a crackpot. And there's a lot of stuff could be described as biomancy, but it's normally been sort of just combined with the other schools. Why make it its own thing? Yeah, flesh weaving is another word for it, just not.
Could I do a history or an arcana check to see if I understand anything of the things that he's been doing?
How do you mean? What
What we've heard while
of
we've
Dr.
been
Stein.
in Candlekeep. Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah. Arcana, I think.
Oh. Not my greatest.
Come on, Giz.
Let's
Well,
13.
13 is a 13.
Gazoos, you actually have. He is an experimenter. Dr. Frank Stein.
Yep.
Francis
Josh.
Nikolai Stein, actually. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dr. Frank N.
That's
Stein.
brilliant. That's
yeah.
good.
It's not mine either.
Gold
That was
star, Josh. Gold star.
the writers of the adventure, not mine. Yes. Dr. Frank N. Stein has been playing around with this for over 100 years. He is quite an older wizard. He has a tower in this general vicinity, and a lot of his experiments have been known to be problematic. He is also not famously good at keeping them under wraps. They get out from time to time, cause havoc. But you would know, Tony, that the... Yeah, blame the writers. Yeah, I will. Dr. Stein is a regular fixture in the Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting book. He appears in several adventures, and they're always good fun. Yeah. He is, so it is quite famously known that when he took up residence here, everyone was a bit like, oh, do you gotta? We don't necessarily want a trial by error biomancy wizard living nearby a very profitable trade route. And he goes, no, guys, I promise. And after the first couple of incidents, he set up wards everywhere in the forest. So none of his creations can stray onto the road. So as long as you stay on the road, his creations are kept away. And it means that the forest itself is patrolled by vicious monstrosities. So bandits have nowhere to hide. So there's this perfectly straight road that no one can approach from any other direction. So everyone's pretty happy with the situation, actually. The local nobility are like, look, he's weird, but it's not hurting anyone. And we can't use the lumber anymore anyway, because the trees have gone all weird. So, yeah.
The trees went weird post-Frank?
Yeah, they did.
I think, with that knowledge, I think if Gazoo starts talking about Dr. Frank, Jenny's just gonna try to kick his chin, like, shut up. And
Oh, you're
I haven't
tickling me again.
heard
Jimmy.
about
What do
him
you
at
want to talk
all.
about now?
Never mind. I was... Well, of course, working at Candlekeep, we know exactly who... I don't really read that much, but we've heard about Dr. Stein. And she gives Gazoo a withering glare, like, I was trying to do a bit here.
When she says that, what gives me that look? Jesus kind of blushes and, oh, I'm so sorry. And he takes his beer and takes a few steps away and sips it quietly. With sipping, I mean gulping.
Yeah.
Bang. Liters at a time.
A pint per mouthful, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you know, perhaps you mentioned bandits, but knowing about Dr. Stein's creations, are they really that much of a problem here?
Well, of course, the good doctor is on sabbatical. My figuring is that he has locked all his creations up and gone on holiday. And now some bandits have moved in, taking advantage of the doctor's absence. Otherwise, there is no explanation for it. The wards have held for 100 years. Why would they fail now?
Another thing that could have happened is that somebody could have changed the road to go through the ward and trick you into going into creature-infested territory.
A good
don't
theory.
know.
But consider this. I have gone through 3 times already since the tales of this terror come along. And I have not been eaten yet. I was nervous the first time, even the second, but now I am thinking either this is other people being stupid, or Dorn is just too scary.
Oh, I could believe
On
that.
Fucking right.
Yeah. Excuse me for a moment. And Jenny is going to walk back over to the lone guy, the Polonius, and
Yep.
just excuse me, sir. You mentioned something about an accident.
Yes.
Your people disappearing. Could you tell us, perhaps, how far from here was it?
About half a mile up the road.
Oh, I do my condolences, and she
I was hoping
thinks from
to
a...
travel along with these ones. That half-orc looks like he can handle himself. I've been stuck
you
here for
ask
3 days.
Oh, well, I'm sure if you ask nicely, and perhaps with gold, that would be possible.
Hang
Yes.
on. Hang on. He says he's been here for 3 days. And how many times did
Oh, sorry, no.
Posh guy?
No, not 3 days. This
Okay.
one, he's been here since this morning. Since like late
Okay.
last night.
Okay, I was gonna say, how's he been here for 3 days if old mate's been through this part 3 times or whatever? I was just like, the maths just conspiracy.
Oh no. Well, that
Yeah,
that could
obvious.
eminently possibly have happened. Yeah, the guy maybe just got lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, and if and then she thinks again. Just. Oh, and if you need help, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure these will help. And she's going to give him 2 gold coins.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you.
As far as I know, gold is very useful to convince people to let you travel with them.
Only use.
He looks down at you, and fleetingly, a look that might be pity or might be kindness, flutters across his eyes, and he goes, "Darling, I'm touched." And he takes them from you. He says, "It's very sweet. I'm sure it will be useful. Look out for yourself out there. I heard an awful banging and crashing. It was hard to say exactly what it was, but Mother would not have gone down without a fight. Whatever happened, it happened fast, and it was nasty."
Oh, thank you so much, sir. We do have to find at least a trace of our missing books, but I'm sure that finding your family would we'll do our best.
Thank you.
We can
If
only
nothing
try.
else, we could try and find out what happened to them.
If you wouldn't mind. Appreciate it.
Yes. Of course, we can't make any promises
No.
because
no.
we haven't assessed the situation, but at least we could try and find out what happened.
Well, I'm working my way up to Silvery Moon, so. And he takes out a piece of paper and scribbles with a pencil on it an address and says, "If you do find out what happened, please send me a letter."
Oh, absolutely. She takes the piece of paper and puts it in a pocket in her green dress.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you expect a? Well, if we do find anything, please do expect a letter from Candlekeep. That's where we work.
I appreciate it. I did hear. Thank you. Cool. Do you have anything else you want to ask or say before you continue on?
I think we're all just staring gobsmacked at Jesus just chugging.
Yeah.
Just like
Destroying this barkeep's livelihood. Cool.
Well, Jesus lets out a loud belch once
The
he's
tree
finished
sort
this
of.
thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, and as a this is good
thunder
beer.
damage.
Not as good as mine, but still very good beer.
Better than Dr. Pepper.
Oh, now you just mean. And he goes inside for a refill.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Little travel pack.
Yeah, it's just one for the road. And you see, you come in, you find the barkeep who appears human, John Joe. Oh there, do you want another one?
Good, sir. Where did you get this beer? This is good beer.
I brew it here. I'm quite proud of it, my own
a
self.
fellow brewer. What
Um,
is secret ingredient you use? I can tell you using special ingredient.
I am using a secret ingredient. He's a guy. He's got a good taste for it. He's got a good tongue. But I can't be telling you that, sir. It's a secret, isn't it?
So Jesus gonna let's trade recipes. I will tell you one of my secrets. You tell me one of your secrets. And he takes out a small horn with a sample beer of his own make and offers it to him to taste. This is my own brew. I made this a month ago. This is good shit.
He says, then we'll do trade for trade. And he says, he tries it, and he goes, oh, sir, now, that, and I know a thing or two about this, that's magic, that. Well, fair's fair. And he pulls you another tankard bathtub and plonks it back up on the bar. And he says, so what recipe are you offering?
Well, where I'm from, there's these tiger berries, we call them. They are kind of striped, like, you know, the big cat with the big tooth. Yes? The cat, they like this in the fall when they have moisture and started to, you know, going a little bit ripe. Then the tiger eats them and they get drunk. I use little bit of this, and you boil it down with the beer. Then you take it away from the beer and you let the beer cool, and that's what you get, this kind of zesty taste on the beer. And also, it makes people very drunk very fast.
I can see that. I can feel it already. Well, in exchange,
I do have some tiger berries if you would like them to try for yourself. I will offer them to you for free.
I will do you fair trade, sir. And he gets out. He says, my secret ingredient. And he pulls out, I'll show you a berry for a berry. These are what the wizards call Acarius veriflever. They are change berries, or chingeberries, as the children call them. Every single one, different flavor. You can't tell what they're going to be until you eat them. Grow all around these parts. Very popular with the kids. It's a bit of a bit, obviously. Occasionally you get a rough one. But the good outweighs the bad more often than not. The problem is, there's no consistency in it. But I think there's something in the magic of the berries themselves, because every drop of the beer comes out different, but it comes out good.
Oh, surprise beer. I like the concept.
I'm trying out a barrel made of the wood of the bush, but it's difficult to make a barrel out of bush wood. It's just not very thick, so you need a lot of bushes. And given that there aren't that many bushes nearby, I've had to go further and further to find them. But there you go. That's the trick, you see. So he hands you a small bag of berries.
Oh. Well, I trade him one bag of berries for another, and I shake his hand gently, and it's a good
Pleasure.
luck to you, sir.
And to you,
Remember,
friend.
let them ripe a little bit, not before just before they start to, smell bad.
Exactly.
Then you cook them.
Exactly right. A pleasure meeting a fellow brewer on the road. Have a good journey to you. I hope I see you again. Excellent.
And Jesus just belches again. Ah, good sir, good. And he leaves the tankard and walks outside.
Amazing. Alrighty. Then let us say you travel along, and I think we will take a short little breaklet there because it reached about the halfway point. Yes, we will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us so far. Hope you're having a lovely time. We will be back very shortly. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Avast and ahoy, mateys. We be back for some more Candlekeep. Welcome. Thank you for sticking around. So, the gang has just met a whole bunch of friendly characters at the local inn. They met Jonjo, the barman, who Jack bought some beer off, and Gazoos traded some secret recipes with. Jenny had a chat with Nippolonius, the ethereally beautiful human, in inverted commas, and heard his story of woe, and gave him a couple of coins, and Hjort talked to a pair of horses that were at least as helpful as their owners, who everybody spoke to, and expressed some diverging theories about why the foot traffic of the road that they are near has decreased of late. They have a couple of places that they think they might start looking for the barrel load of books they are looking for, and let's find out what they do next. So, you were told by Jonjo that the cart loaded with books headed north of where you are. Which does track. That should be where they were going. So that would probably be the way to go. You came from the south towards this place. So do you continue up that way, presumably?
Absolutely.
Yes. Northward.
In terms of like travel speed and stuff like that, is Jenny quite slow being gnomish or auto-gnomish? Okay, cool. No, I
no,
honestly
her
don't know the
walking
rules.
speed, her movement speed is 35 feet.
Okay, awesome. I was just
So
like,
she's faster than Hjort.
Cool.
No more Red Bull.
Meanwhile, there's Jack just power walking like full on like.
Yeah, I think the like I can't see
Hey, Dak.
Jesus' character sheet, but I think the only one who's faster than Jenny is actually Jacked.
Yeah, 40.
Yeah.
Beady boy.
Oh yeah, barbarian. Yep. Cool. So yes, you are heading north. So this would be probably a tracking check, which is something specific to Heliana's guide. However, I've modified it slightly. I quite like the idea. You can use survival, but you can use anything you like. How does your character use their abilities to help the party? This is a sort of a group tracking check to find the thing that you are looking for, where you are wanting to go. So any skill, as long as you can justify it, can be used. You probably struggle with intimidation or something, but yeah.
Damn it.
So you say that?
I'm going to use athletics, and I'm gonna pick up Jenny, and stretch my arm as far up as I can go, so I can be basically a telescope for her, and she can,
You're the conning tower. Yep.
Yeah.
Very well.
Nice. Let's see what I have.
So this is my athletics check.
Plus 8. 15. Very well.
Nice.
Not bad. Enough. Thank you, puppy. The hopping dog has continued stuck around with you guys. It's weird.
Oh no. See, I told
Let me see.
an agent of the Scarlet Sage.
Yes. So I will use survival, I think, because that makes sense.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Jenny's Built for Success feature. It's an autonome feature.
Ooh. What's that do?
I can add
What's
a
that gnome
D4 to the roll.
Okay.
doing? Oh, nice.
Very well.
So I'm gonna roll survival, and I'm gonna add that D4. Let's see.
What does it
So
look
17.
like? Nice.
Oh,
What
nice.
does this built for success feature look like when it comes into play? If you are sort of being used as a lookout, perched on the top of Gazoos's mall, so you're probably about 15 feet up, all up. Got a decent vantage point.
I think that because she is a autonome and using survival, you see her like being hoisted up. She's remarkably light for a construct.
I don't think that would really matter for Gazoos anyway, but yes.
Yes. And you see like her eyes just shift a little bit in color, and then the whole area around her face just
Yes, good.
focus on a
Like on a camera.
like it's basically a camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so Inspector
or a pair
Gadget.
of binoculars just
You go Jenny eyes, and out they come.
Yeah, exactly.
Very well. Jack, how are you assisting with this?
I'm still looking at my skill list and going, because I kind of want to do something different to what everyone else has done. Because I could do survival, I could do athletics.
Perception is valid if you want, or
I mean, my perception's +0. So I think I'm gonna try nature, because for some reason I've got a +2 to that.
Love it.
So just looking at basically making sure we're going in the right direction by looking at like where the moss is growing on the trees and trying to just use all the different aspects of nature to guide us. And also things like, seeing like little rabbit runs and like where, animals will walk through and stuff, and just being aware of that sort of thing. So
absolutely.
Try that.
Okay.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice.
Filthy
All
20.
right. Hjort, how do you assist with this? Basically, what I will do is then, with all these rolls, successes or fails, because I'm not telling you what the check you need is, I will paint a picture of how you go about doing the.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Hjort is actually going to persuade the local wildlife.
Okay,
To
still
give
speaking with
him-
animals. Yep.
Yeah, to give him a rundown of what is going on and give them the information. As much
Persuasion check.
information as they can. Yes.
Unless it's animal handling.
It is persuasion.
Okay.
Like a squirrel with like little glasses and a waistcoat just shows up and just like.
I rolled a nat 2 for 13.
That 11 is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Okay.
That is so much heavy lifting.
Okay, I love it. So, Hjort, you talk to a squirrel. Hjort, you can roll me a perception check regarding this squirrel as well.
Oh, that's a little better. That's a 25.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the squirrel is a flying squirrel, but not in the usual way. It actually has bat wings as well.
Oh, so it's really a flying squirrel.
It's an actual flying squirrel. Yeah, it has 6 limbs. But it, in all other respects, seems pretty freaking normal. It doesn't seem aware that it has been transformed or that there's anything wrong with it itself. And it says, it tells you, I'm not going to do a squirrel voice, you can't make me.
That's fine.
That's a weird thing for a squirrel to say.
And it tells you that there was a bit of a scuffle in this area about 3 days ago, and some people, so it says Biggs like you, went off the path to chasing something huge.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
The with that information, Jack takes a closer look at this area and can see in the grass that is bordering the road. There is a pretty clear. It's like a bulldozer has come through. And just demolished. There's not unusual along roadsides, particularly sort of country roadsides that are only maintained by passage. There is a little bit of a rise of dirt on either side, often covered in grass. This has been just gone through. Whatever was on the road has been moved through it with such force that the dirt has just gone everywhere. Only 2 or 3 days ago, so it's still pretty fresh. However, the trees appear to have allowed whatever it was through. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of, it kind of, the size of it would imply that the trees would have had to be broken down as well. However, the trees are undisturbed, as far as you can tell. And shortly after it leaves the track, all traces of its passage disappear. Jenny, from your vantage point above Gazoos's hammer, you can spot something gleaming in the distance into the forest. And you can also spot up ahead a small but quite wide bridge along the road itself. The road, about 300-400 meters away, crosses a river. Not a particularly wide or deep one, but a river.
Oh, it seems that over there's something glittering, and also there's a bridge over a small river.
Oh.
Something went through this like an absolute, creature of some form, just straight through, just bang. And the trees weren't disturbed, so I don't know. Are they in on it?
The trees are you would struggle to find a place that you could drive a car between them. For example, they're all 5 feet or closer. And
moved.
Not so much planted. They're absolutely not planted in rows or anything like that. But the trunks weave and twist and stuff. So it's more that there just isn't very many spaces that you could fit anything decent size. An elephant couldn't navigate this.
So it's safe to assume that the trees twisted and tangled to make way.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Or what went through was very low to the ground. But you would guess at least the side, the hole in the embankment is about 30 feet across.
Question.
Very small.
Yes.
Is Short going to have trouble with his massive rack of antlers?
How wide
navigating
is his
this?
massive rack?
Pretty damned. Can't go through doorways straight on.
You probably have to turn your head every now and again, but
Excellent.
yeah.
It's not like the time he got stuck down that winding staircase.
No, it's not going to be that bad.
Okay.
So do we do this stupid thing of leaving the road to, and just point at the big hole?
I mean, it's the best clue we got, so yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. You head off the road towards what Jenny spotted.
Just before we do, Jack is going to just quickly get a little angry. And the temperature rapidly plummets around everyone, which causes the adrenaline in everyone's system, and I suppose some antifreeze or something in Jenny, to just activate a bit more, and everyone gets 3 temp HP.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Because I am a Tundra Storm Herald Barbarian.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I'll basically just use the rage and just kill it, just because it's just giving us temp HP.
Love it. It's a low level aid. Cool.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay, you do that.
is this forest dark to go into?
No, it's daytime, and the trees are not close enough together to that it really occludes the sun. It's no more than dim light in here.
Excellent. Then I will not root off my antlers.
You what?
Sweet Pea is actually technically the 5th day, but we didn't stream on Wednesday. We streamed yesterday.
Oh, hey, Sweet Pea.
Aye.
But that's okay. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is the new adventure. Yeah, you head on into the forest. Hjort twisting his antlers to make sure he can navigate. Oh wow. Oh dear. Well, I hope your sleep schedule becomes good soon. You come across a bit of a clearing. You travel no more than 200 meters off the road. You find a little clearing with this river passing through it. It seems that the river curves up and around, and the road passes over it further up. 4 children. I sleep when I'm dead. Fair enough. I guess. Yes, you also pretty much in the middle of this clearing. This clearing is about 60 feet wide, and it's maybe 100 long. At the far end of it, no, it's almost bisected by this river, which is itself about 30 feet wide, but rather shallow, like no more than 3 feet deep. In near the river, about 10 feet off from the side, is a decent-sized pile of bones and scraps of armor.
Delicious.
Oh dear.
Tasty.
Could I use a survival check to figure out what was supposed to be inside that armor once upon a time?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly humanoid armor, but you may make a
flesh?
survival or... Well, one would hope. Yes, survival or investigation.
I'll go for survival.
I'm gonna draw my great axe and basically head on a swivel while this is happening, because...
Very well.
I would also like to survival this, if
Very
that's
well.
okay.
23 survival.
Advantage on that.
From Gazus.
Nice one.
22 survival from Hjort.
22 from Hjort.
And
Jenny, may I suggest an investigation, even if you're not very good at it?
I do have half proficiency, and if need be, I can do the build for success thing. So let's see. Yeah, let's do a build for success.
Yeah.
build that success.
Her hand basically turns into like 2 of the fingers on her hand just
Go
twist.
Jenny magnifying glass.
Yes. And she forms it like a okay sign, and then you see what looks like
The lens flips down into it.
Yeah, it's like
Amazing. Roll that d4.
So let's add a d4. Okay, that's a 1. So
12.
12.
Okay. Well,
Skills.
You do have inspiration though.
you do have inspiration.
Come on,
Yeah,
use
why
it.
not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Burn off that. Great.
Yes.
It's basically my my one shot like just adage or like motto. Just why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's a 14.
That's better.
So
15 with the built
Yes.
for success. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So, the three of
Oh,
you who are looking,
Yep.
all note that not a single scrap of flesh on any of the bones. And
dear.
that there is loads of tracks, as in well more than, you would guess this is the bones of about 5 people.
Oh,
Funny that.
Oh no.
However, the tracks are easily dozens of people. And who got the lower one? Hjort. You find a metal pouch, like a chainmail pouch, made that it's a decent size, and it contains gold pieces. One of these guys was carrying it by the looks of it. Tony, upon one of the skeletons, you find a +1 dagger.
ooh. Because it's kind of small for me, I asked Jenny if this is something she could use.
Oh, probably. Yes. Yes. I'll add it to my.
Self?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah,
Myself.
exactly.
Yeah, she
Yeah, myself,
uses a dagger and a dart. So, she's going to. She accepts the +1 dagger, and
Yeah.
you see her like just click it into her arm.
Like a Swiss Army
He's
arm.
got a +1 switchblade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she uses
Wow.
her dagger like one of those wrist blades from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
So it shoots out, but from her palm.
Mm.
So it's like a,
Oh,
and then
Bonk.
Hjort
Yes.
and Gazus,
Wow.
you both determine also something a little bit odd about these bodies. None of them. There is, you reckon, 5 bodies worth of bones. Yes, mostly human or similar. Elven skeleton, dwarven skeleton, half-orc even skeleton, all wind up looking pretty much the same. You could probably tell just from build, but none of them have any bones from anything below the knee.
Hmm.
I don't know why that's funny, but that's funny.
Yeah. Mostly this is just scraps, armor-wise, but there is a breastplate in there that you could probably redo. Like, it would require a small amount of repair, but you could probably make it work for somebody if somebody wanted a breastplate. A short rest worth of downtime could repair it to a functional breastplate.
I have mending.
I'm a bard. I don't need a breastplate.
They are all half legless, Crisp and Crunch. Exactly. Good to see you, Crunchy. How are you, mate? So yeah, that is
I
what you
already have
find.
chainmail, so I'm good.
Oh, we could give it to one of the others, perhaps, if someone wants to carry this.
Oh, I have spare, and I put down my closet, my backpack,
Yeah.
and I just opened 2 doors, which is an actual wardrobe closet piece of my backpack, and I take out a hanger and I hang it in there and pick up the backpack again. Yep, I can carry it, no
Perfect.
problem.
So Jenny has cast mending on it, so it's now a full breastplate, and Gazus is now carrying it in his armoire.
Yes.
Awesome. Can you all make me perception checks, please?
Oh, dear God.
Oh boy.
If my cat will let me, yes.
Oh,
That's a
Oh.
14.
it was so close.
Do not
14,
bite me.
It was-
17, a 2.
Yes, it was on a 7 and then just
There it
over
is.
to 15.
So this physically hurts me because Merc, my paladin, can see into the ethereal plane to 120 foot, has advantage on every check, and like she is busted. She
Which
sees.
is like
she
level
can-
17, isn't she?
She's level 18. She can
Yeah.
basically smell colors. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Half Legolas. Yeah, they've definitely lost somewhere or another. And how did Gazus do? Wow, okay, so an 8, a 14, a 2, and the 17 you needed. So, Jenny, you are the only person not taken by surprise, as a small flock of creatures swoop down out of the trees, squawking at you, possessed of a broad spread of feathers and majestic white-brown plumage, married with a bestial porcine visage bedecked with tusks, and bleating ferociously at you. A trio of creatures swoop out of the trees. their razor-sharp claws bared and their tusks aimed right at you. I will show you a picture
So
if
what
you
you're
like.
saying, these are dire peacocks.
No, these are owl boars.
Ooh.
I love it.
no.
Oh, oh, that's so cute.
Isn't it cute?
I love
It's
it,
also
'cause they-
fucking terrifying.
They're basically they're just a fat pig peloton.
It is a misspelt owl bear. There is a one-letter difference.
Beautiful.
And can you all please roll me initiative? They're going to get a surprise round on everybody other than Jenny, because owls are very quiet.
I have feral instinct, so I have advantage on initiative, and if I'm surprised at the beginning of combat but not incapacitated, I can act normally on my first turn if
Nice.
I rage before doing anything
You
else.
are not. If you enter a rage, then you will not be. You will be going the same round as them.
I don't know
Not
why it didn't
fine.
roll with advantage, but I will roll that again.
Very well. So Jenny, how'd you do?
There we go.
Absolute shite.
So Gazus. So Jacked is first with a 13. Then Gazus.
I got a 9.
I also got a 9.
Yep. Gazus got a 12, and then we have 2 9s from the bards, neither of whom have great decks, I would have thought. How's Jenny's
I've got-
I
deck?
have 14.
14.
14. Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
plus
There you
2
go.
both.
Yep, great. You can choose
Ladies
who goes
first.
first then. Yeah, all right. So
I
Jenny
have
goes.
an idea.
Jenny goes first with her 9, and then Hjort goes second with his 9, and I will now roll for the Owlboars, who got an 18 on the dice. So that makes sense. They are going to swoop towards you all, and Josh puts on the combat music.
I'm going to double check something real quick.
Alas, I cannot get the music to work, but that's fine.
Yeah. Same.
These are going to make one attack each with their beak and their claws, and they are going to target the 3 largest threats because Jenny doesn't look very dangerous to them, if they even realize that she's a thing at all. So Gazus, Jacked, and Hjort are all going to cop 2 attacks from these guys. I'm going to go Gazus first. Probably a pair of misses there. That's 14 is the best.
Well, that's I don't know.
Nope. Excellent.
16.
Cool. Jacked. Wow, exactly the same things. Does a 14 hit Jacked?
14 is my AC.
There we go. All right, one of them, a beak attack. And it's not really a beak attack, it is a tusk attack, as this thing sort of swoops down and gnashes its fangs in your face, Jacked. And you are going to take, min damage. I am rolling like shite. 4 piercing damage. And you're raging, so these aren't magic.
I'm not raging yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, not until the start of my turn.
Fair enough. True. And then the last one is on Hjort.
Oh no.
I rolled a 4 and a 5. I rolled 2 6s, 2 9s, a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
So Hjort, unless a 10 hits you.
No. No.
All right. Well, that's their surprise round done. So Jenny first up is Jacked.
Yep. I'm gonna rage.
Very well. Meaning you can do what you like. It is sort of batting
I thought
around your
York was
head.
first on the 14. No, that's the perception. Oh no, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're
I read that one.
good.
Yeah.
Cool. As
It
part
is
of my-
it is a medium-sized creature battling around your head, so it is within melee of you.
Awesome. As part of my rage, I get 3 temp HP.
Aha.
So that is all sorted. And the instinctive pounce doesn't matter because it's next to me. So I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna swing my great axe. Which
Say the
has,
line,
like,
Bart.
Yeah, it sort of, the great axe is styled to look like it's like snap frozen.
Cool.
So it's got like icicles and shit dripping out of the bottom and stuff.
Nice.
First attack is a 10 plus 8 for 18.
Does.
Cool. That is 10 damage.
10 damage on the first. Nice.
And my next attack, that's 19. That'll hit.
Yes.
And that is 8 damage.
18 all up
And
on one of
that
these things.
My turn.
Very nice. Then it is Jesus who is surprised, and Jenny.
Jenny is she's gonna walk out so that she can see clearly these things. And she's gonna call out to Jesus, could you be a dear and put the armor down for a moment? And then she is going to turn to the closest. Oh, hold on, let me do this. Yep. She's going to turn to look at the Albor next to Jacked. And just say, well, you don't have to emulate your physical form and be so boorish.
Nice.
And she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay. Yep.
That was honestly vicious. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hurt from that.
I rolled quite well. What am I? Con or wisdom? Wisdom?
It's a DC 15 wisdom save.
I rolled 15. I said, well, I got 14
Dang
plus
it.
1. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Dang
how
it.
wise
Oh,
are
well.
the balls?
Yeah, plus,
And,
plus
she's
1, they're
going to
good at
turn-
seeing shit. They have
Yeah,
owl
and
in
she's-
them.
True, that's very true. And she's going to turn to Yort and just say, I know you can take care of them, and give a bardic inspiration.
Let's go.
Now, I have Mote of Potential.
Potential.
So you can pick either an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Hell yeah.
Yort. So which one do you want?
I think we'll go with ability check. Not ability check, attack roll. Actually.
Yep.
Smart.
So around your head now flies a tiny little snowflake, and on your attack you can. Well, I'll get to that
Yeah.
when it's time.
Love it. Awesome. Hjort is a bit surprised and taken aback by this as well, so we go back to the top of the order, the Albors. Great. I just rolled initiative for something else, don't worry about it. The Albors are going to attack you guys again. They're quite content with the people they were attacking before. Let's see if I can actually hit you guys this time. Nope. Not Jesus. 7 and a 2. I'm going to change dice. That's better. A 15 on Jacked.
Yeah, that hits.
And a not. 10 is the highest I've rolled on 10 rolls. This was this was the claws this time around, unfortunately, which is a total of 12 damage. Before
I
you
half
half
that
it,
because
yeah.
I'm resistant, so
Yes.
6.
And then Hjort. Hey, a 17
That will hit.
and a 15.
That will also hit.
Hey, lovely. Hjort. That is a total of 9, 11, 17 points of damage.
Ouch.
And yeah.
Sorry,
Next up
Josh.
is
I don't think that my rage damage was added to
oh
that.
no, it doesn't do it
so-
automatically on D&D Beyond.
yeah,
so
add
yeah, it's
4 to
22.
that.
Yeah, all up. Yeah,
Yeah.
22.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Jacked. It's your turn.
Okay.
With
hey
Jesus on
guys,
deck.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
Is it?
I'm going
Hit it two more
to-
times.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to reactivate the Storm Aura Tundra. So
Hell yeah.
basically, during the rage, I can just constantly re-up that temp HP with a bonus action.
Nice.
So anyone who took damage gets 3 temp HP again.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go chopping. Here. 25 to hit.
That does indeed.
I mean, I hope it does. 15 damage.
Woo!
And
It's still
Is there-
up, but it's looking
Damn it.
very, very ill.
cool. It's about to get iller with a 21 to hit. And
How do you do this?
Uh,
Your rage
So-
damage finishes it.
hell yeah. Yeah, Jack's literally just like, is honestly just going at it like it's a wood cutting competition. And just going like bang, 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 and eventually it stops moving.
Yeah. You get
and
it down
that's
on the ground and you just start jumping on it.
It won't move again. I don't know what happened. It just doesn't move.
Broke it. Yeah.
Oops.
Excellent. Love it.
That's my turn.
Yeah, you are clustered around the sort of. I'm imagining you guys about 10 feet from the water's edge in a rough semicircle or a rough circle, being beset by these creatures. Jenny has stepped back from you guys a little bit. Jenny, would you have stepped towards the trees, towards the river, or towards like along the riverside?
I think along the riverside.
Very well.
They came from the trees, so she doesn't want to be like in the trees.
Yeah.
They
to
came
speak.
from the trees.
Yeah. Very well. Jesus.
I'm gonna use one of my attacks and an ability, which is called
Hit things hard.
no, not quite. I'm gonna give. There's only one Owlboar attacking Jack.
The one that was attacking Jack is dead.
It's currently a bit of a like it's a salsa at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many Owlbears?
There are two. There is one bothering Hjort quite effectively, and there is one bothering you not effectively at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna give York a reaction because I'm gonna use one of my superiority dives. Give York a chance to use his reaction and do an attack. And then I'm gonna slash at the one that's sort of bothering me.
Trying.
With my
It's
blade.
inconveniencing.
I promise I'm trying so hard.
I have an unholy 20.
Oof.
I suspect that
Nasty.
might hit.
It does, yes.
So I'm
And I
using
do
her.
max damage.
Max damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I'm
And-
using a reaction to attack, is what you were saying?
Yep.
Okay.
And you add 1d8 to the damage if you hit him.
Rapier
And I'm going
misses.
to give you my inspiration
Oh, wait, what?
because you clearly can't hit anything.
Well, I do have bardic inspiration already.
He does.
Okay.
Ardanna, what's your bardic inspiration dice? 8. So let's see. That's a
Nope.
10. Nope.
Here's my inspiration. You're welcome. Just hit something.
Blitz.
And what's
Very
that
inspiring.
one? Another 8?
No, this
Oh no,
he-
it's you reroll
giving you the
d20.
reroll.
D20. Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Come on, Hjort.
Let's go.
Nope.
What is your dex mod?
Plus
Probably
2?
0.
So that makes it 10. And then the bardic inspiration makes it 12.
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid not.
It's like all that effort.
You
no.
can. Let me double check that.
D8
You
doesn't
can-
add to the attack modifier, does it? And
Oh no, it adds to the
No.
damage.
what does Jenny's thing do?
So even if you don't hit, as far as I understand it, you can still force your target to make a DC 15 con save.
Ooh. I will do that.
Fuck you, dice. A 4.
Okay.
Highest I've rolled all combat's a 12.
So all creatures,
Great. and small.
the target and all creatures of your choice within 5 feet of it will take 2 thunder damage.
It's just the creature itself.
Okay.
But yes, two thunder damage on the one that's bothering Hjort.
Yes.
And a D8.
And a D8. Oh yeah, yeah. Roll the D8.
I will roll the D8.
From
Come on,
yeah.
come on.
Hell yeah.
Come on, Terris.
Let's keep those 8s coming. Yep, 8.
Ah, there we
Boom. Not a bad hit from a not hit.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Then it's Jenny's turn.
Well, seeing as the armor was not put down.
He's busy. You
Yes,
have a tiny +1 dagger you could enchant instead.
It has to be non-magical.
Just use
You
the
have a
dagger that
normal
you took
dagger.
out of your arm then.
I have a normal dagger, but it can't be worn or carried. That's the problem. So she's gonna quickly scan
And just
the
drop it
area
on the
around
ground.
her.
Yeah, free action to just
True.
yeet it.
Yes. So yes, she will do that. She's gonna take the regular dagger that she has just unclinked before and drop it on the ground, and then you just hear her very politely say, "Oh, dagger, if you could be so kind." And
Geiger.
what?
Who?
The dagger, if you
Oh,
could be
dagger.
so kind.
I thought you said Geiger. I was just like,
No.
Did you name your dagger? All right.
The voice is making my microphone
No,
pick
that's okay.
up all the sound.
You're all good.
You're all good.
And you see the dagger just float up because it uses the dancing item stat block, and that's the action. And then as a bonus action, she'll say, "Oh, that one is pestering a friend," and she points at the one near Yort.
Okay.
Could you take it out, please?
Roll that attack.
And let me see,
Rouse
where
them.
did it go? That's too many stuff. There we go. It is
Many
a
things, too many things.
like my features and trait list is like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
College of
Trust me,
Creation.
I'm playing a level 18 character in my campaign. I know. He's spicy.
So that is a 19 to hit.
It does.
Yay!
Nice.
Or
So that
1d10
is-
force.
1d10 plus 3 force damage.
That is a nice dagger.
Howie.
Yes.
Good.
12.
So 12. 12 force damage as the dagger just zoom
Good.
towards
Do more damage than Hjort's non-attack.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Speaking of Hjort's non-attack. Oh, anything else?
Hold
Sorry,
on.
Jenny? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah, let's...
as a College
Rude
of
of me.
Creation bard, I learned yesterday I can actually give bardic inspiration on the same bonus action.
What?
What?
Yes, so if I use the animating performance,
That's partially you can do that as a what?
yes, so I can give the command to the animated object and give bardic inspiration on the same bonus action.
That's fucked. All right, who are you giving it to?
Yes. I think she's gonna go. Frost or Jack. I do apologize. I know you can do it. You hit that thing.
Jack is
Again.
now bardically inspired. Pick saving
Yes.
throw, abilities check, or attack roll.
Attack roll. It's what I do. I hit things.
Yes.
You do. It has been noted. Very well. You now have that. Hjort, it is your turn.
There's only 2 of these things, and one of them is trying to eat my face.
Yes. It's
Does your
succeeding
face
a bit.
taste good though?
Oh, it's
It's
delicious.
succeeding slightly. Yeah, moose venison, whatever.
Tastes almost as good as a Swedish meat moose salami.
Yes. I have 3 more of those in the fridge.
Name one Hjort.
Don't want to eat
I will.
Hjort salami. All right.
Well,
you sure?
considering
That's
that Yurt is,
Come
deer.
on.
Moose knuckle. I didn't
No.
say that out loud. Hjort is going to glare at this thing, sort of shake his head a little bit, and point at it and say, not point at it, just say, get away from me, you feathered rat, and just lightly, viciously mock the creature.
Just a tiny bit.
Wisdom save. I fail.
Yep.
Completely on track for me.
Doing 5 damage.
Oh! I am shook. Well, it is. I'm not.
Giving disadvantage to it.
On its next attack. Yes.
And then who other than me is injured?
I think I've taken 4 damage.
Then I'm not gonna bother with
Yeah, like
Hjort's the
will
only one
use
who's
my-
sticking around for the whole adventure, so...
yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to bardically inspire Jenny.
Very well.
With a you're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Cool. Anything else? We go back to the top of the order.
That's it for me.
We go back to the 2 remaining Albors as they swoop and batter at you. Hjort, your cutting words have really triggered something in the one that's battering around your face. So it's going to try it for you again. Its first attack is going to be with disadvantage. And amusingly, that's when I roll a crit. And
No,
a
you
13. So the 18 still hits, I imagine.
Yes.
And then let's see if I can repeat that experience. No, a 13 to hit the second time.
That also hits.
Hey! So a little bit more damage on Hjort. 7 plus 5, 12, 18 points of damage this time around.
Oh dear.
Oh.
The other chap, the one that is attacking Jesus, is going to try one more time. Why not?
One more time.
One more time. That's an at
So, Josh.
20.
Josh,
What?
I have reach on my glaive.
You do.
Also,
That means I
that
can
thing-
use my reaction to attack him before he attacks me, right?
You can, I guess.
And I will do that.
Am I
As in-
technically within range of within 5 foot of this one, or
No, this one's fighting Jesus.
damn?
No,
Also,
that's a 14 hit.
It's an 8 doesn't hit. But also
That was the damage. The glaive to hit, 14.
a 14 does not hit actually.
Okay, so no damage.
Is that
Also-
a reaction of yours?
Yes.
Oh. Yes. Terris?
also, silvery barbs are coming
you
into play.
can absolutely fuck off. Is that a reaction?
It does get to hit
That
now
is a reaction.
with,
Yeah.
with the 20.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Nah. Missed. Fuck you. And who's getting the advantage? Nah. Fuck it. I'm seriously gonna ban that spell. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's banned. It's banned at our table.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack is gonna get the advantage, I think.
Very well.
Nice.
But I'm pretty confident an 18 will hit. I think.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Glorious.
I haven't
Alrighty.
banned silvery bars. I just throw nastier things at my players.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
we
I
have
mean,
plenty
it's
nasty
basically
stuff.
just like
Bad.
if you're rolling really shit on the rare occasion you do roll well. Nah, you don't. So, fuck you then. That's 9 points of damage on
endeavor
Gazoos.
to remove it between games.
No, don't worry. Like, it's already happened in this thing. But yeah, humble
I
with
did
it.
yesterday.
I'm seriously considering banning it. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't, I think it's fucked. I think it's broken.
It's mean.
It is also that. Like, yeah,
How much damage did I take?
9, I think, all up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use... no, I used my reaction, damn it. I could have used my stone's endurance. Reduce damage, but I already used it because okay. Well, right.
Just cycle. It's just I've hit them like twice. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was just like, you hit, and then I was like, I react. I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, you really should have saved it for this bit. No, you will be in a minute. Because emerging from the water is a here we are. Emerging from the river is a bizarre agglomeration of creature lashing out at you with claws and barbed tail. A powerful-looking back legs propelling it in leaps a dozen paces long with each bound. Its gleaming green carapace glistening as the river water runs off it. One of them hops straight towards Jenny and is going to... And it looks like this. Yeah, it looks like some bizarre combination of frog and scorpion.
Thanks, I hate it.
Scorpion. That's
a
beautiful name.
Fropian, yes, exactly. And the first one, there are three. The first one hops straight towards Jenny and is going to attack her.
Does it go past Jacked at any point?
No, she's backed away from the group a little bit. The rest of the three of you are sort of in a rough and tumble of combat. But Jenny is a little bit of a ways away. Yeah.
Cool.
That's why I asked which direction she was heading.
All good.
So, Jenny, we have... Oof. Yeah, there we go. The good rolls are coming now. It's just that owl boars suck. Fropians, on the other hand, are a different thing. It's going to make 2 claw attacks at you, Jenny. A 17 and a 22.
Yeah, both hit.
You are probably grappled. Make a... yeah, you are grappled. Sorry, that's just... That happens. Let's roll a couple of damage. Boo. A total of 4 on the dice. So 8 damage, and you are very thoroughly grappled with this by this thing. And then, now, here's an interesting question. Jenny, how's your vulnerability to poison damage?
I have resistance.
That's probably for the best, because its stinger lances down at you, and you're now grappled. Which means it gets advantage on this strike. And it hits. I'm pretty confident with the 22. So the sting lances down towards you, and can you please make me a con save?
Uh-oh.
Have advantage against poison saves.
You do.
Jenny does,
Hold on.
according to the thing that she...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh,
We have a loaded bat dragon. New mount for Jenny. It would be good, hey.
Apologies if you hear pain sounds from me. I'm in real life combat with a kitten.
Roar.
Yes. I just had to find where it was. One.
So Jenny gets a 9. That is a fail. So Jenny.
No, hold on. That's a 10. It's probably still a fail, but
it is
because I have
still
advantage on.
Con saves against being poisoned.
Yep.
Sounds fair. Unfortunately, yes, you're going to take half of it because you are resistant. But it is 19 halved to 9 poison damage.
Owie.
The other 2 are going to scuttle towards... One of them is definitely going to go towards Jacked.
let's go.
Because you're not currently engaged with something.
I want you to engage with me? That's so cute.
It is going to... I rolled a 20 and a 22 to grab you with its claws.
I mean, it hits.
Would.
What a shame.
Hey! Max damage on those 2 for 20 all up.
Half to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not magic.
Cool.
And then it is going to, instead of its sting, its tongue lashes out at you.
Ooh. Take me out for dinner first.
And a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
This is slightly different. Please make me a con save.
Okay. Sounds good. Ka-chow. 16.
16 passes, and so you're not poisoned, and a strength save. Again, something you're good at, I know.
I get advantage. Is there a way to turn on advantage, or I've just got to click it twice?
You should be able to right-click it and find
There we go.
advantage.
There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go.
22.
22.
All right, yeah, no. It slaps you in the face. It's unpleasant. But you do not get its tongue lances out at you, and yeah, just slaps your face. It's very unpleasant, but you do not take any negative effects from it.
Hey, what do you know? That cleared out my sinuses. I feel better.
The third is going to go for Jesus, and do very similar things. Oddly enough, pair of 16s to attack. As 16 plus 4, so a pair of dirty 20s. Here we go.
That'll hit.
Here's the other side of what I was rolling before. And yes, d8s. Boo. A 6 and a 1 for total, and it is a +2, so 11 points of damage to Jesus. And he is also grappled. And yeah, he's gonna try the sting on you, I think. So its tail once again lances down towards you, Jesus. Jesus Christ, I'm rolling nothing below 15s now. I hit.
So
Jesus.
about that banning of silvery barbs.
I mean, if you've got another reaction, go for it. I haven't banned it yet.
It's my turn as it come up.
Yeah, I haven't banned it yet. And
Jenny's a little bit busy with, being munched.
yeah, Tony, make me a con save because you're about to get some poison damage.
Ow! Oh, 13.
Oof. Is enough. You do manage to pass the saving throw, so you are going to take half of a lot. 24, 25, half to 12.
Oof.
Poison damage as the sting lances into your shoulder, piercing through your armor. And we go to the next in the order. Finally, Jack, you are up.
All right. So I'm grappled.
And you
Got
are
advantage.
held in its claw. It is a large creature. It is about 10 foot across. And yeah.
All right. So I've got advantage on the first one, but I'm just going to go reckless anyway because, I'm grappled, so it has advantage regardless.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just go. First, I'm gonna bonus action temp HP, so everyone within range of, I think it's 30 maybe, or 10 foot. Everything within 10 foot of me.
Yeah.
Every ally gets 3 temp. You're
Lovely.
welcome.
I think they all need them
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
Jenny, I would say, is just within 10 feet of you. Let us be nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. And first attack, 15 on the dice for a 23.
Does. Better than the one. Yep.
17 damage.
17 damage. Woof. And this is on the Thorpian that is holding you.
Yeah.
One takes 17 damage. Very nice.
And then second attack still with advantage because of
Reckless? Why not?
happiness, reckless. Yep.
24.
That hits.
Ooh, that would have missed otherwise.
And 12
For a
damage.
further 12. Oof.
And I end my turn.
Lovely.
Did
Jesus.
you...
Well, I'm being grappled, so I'm going to use my athletics to try to break grappling.
Very well.
Do it.
18.
You do. You pretty much just shrug your way out of this claw.
Sorry.
Is that an action?
I think it is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then action surge.
Yeah, I'm going to action surge because that's a bonus action. Yeah, I'm going to do second wind as a bonus action as well. I get some hit points back. D10 plus 8. Oh, I'll just roll a D8 with D10.
Oh yeah.
20 hit points.
Nice.
No, 18. 18.
Very, very
I
nice.
kind of needed that because I actually have taken some hits. But that was my bonus action, and I'm gonna maul this. No, I'm gonna glaive this motherfucker.
Love it. Do it.
So hard.
Live that funky Fropian.
24?
Jesus.
24 does indeed hit, yes.
And my second attack is even better. 23 is no, 23 is.
It's the same.
Okay.
It's pretty good. You both hit.
Negligible.
Yeah. You
Well,
didn't
the first
enjoy that.
damage is
12.
a solid 12, and the
Uh-huh.
second attack an 8, so 20 total damage.
20.
Nice,
Now,
very nice.
you do have an owl boar battering around your head. Are you ignoring that in favor of the Fropian?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate
Yep.
being grabbed.
Fair enough. So a filthy 20 damage. Lovely. Are you done? You all good? Jenny would also point out, Jacked, and I will allow retrospective, that you had Bardic Inspiration from Jenny as well, if you wanted to stack that on your damage.
Yeah, sure
I think
thing.
is what Jenny was going to say.
Yes.
Is that right, Ardanna? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
just
like
a single D8?
yeah, 1d8 and
To all creatures within 5 feet of the target?
all creatures of your choice.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
would at this point be at least one of the Owlboars and the other's Florpian. The one that is fighting Gazoos.
Yeah.
Cool. That's 6.
6. Yeah, 6 points on the more injured owl. It's basically the ones that
Yeah,
are
they need
fighting
to-
Gazoos.
They need to succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom save to not take any damage.
Ah. One of them does.
Sweet.
The boar does. The Fropian does
God
not.
damn it. This boar needs
Yeah.
to go down.
But the Fropian takes 6 more damage, and that's the one that's bothering Gazoos, so it takes... And also the one that Jacked hit itself also gets it, right?
Yeah.
Ardanna? Yeah. In which
Yes.
case I will roll another one. Nat 20.
Yeah. So the target and all creatures of the attacker's choice within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorious.
All the bad
Alrighty.
people.
Anything else, Jack? Gazoos?
No.
Excellent. Then it is Jenny's turn.
Okay, let's see.
Silvery Barbs is still on the table. Stupid spell.
It's not. I mean, I don't see a difference between that one and counterspell. So.
I do. But alright.
I just throw nastier things at my players.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Okay, so how many things can I see within 30 feet of me?
As in enemies or just
I mean, you are
objects?
being grasped quite firmly, but there are 5 enemy creatures and 3 allies.
Okay,
All within 30 feet
So-
of you.
and okay.
Oh,
I
and a
am
floating
going-
dagger that's very upset.
Yes. So all the enemies within 30 feet of me
Okay.
need to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Okay.
As
No,
Jenny
they
brings
need to,
out...
They need to fail.
Yeah, they need to fail. They need to fail on a DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
As Jenny pops the back of her, back of a dress goes click, and she brings out the bow of her violin, and she starts doing this as a conductor's wand.
Ooh.
As she casts compulsion.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. To
And
do what?
So, what happens is that any creature that fails has to go where I point.
Okay.
They have to use their movement to walk that way.
Okay.
Walk that way.
Where are you pointing?
Yes. Into the water.
Very well. Let's roll for the one you're holding that's holding you first.
Yes.
Passes.
Oh,
Okay.
Sadly, because I really
Yes.
wanted it to walk into the water holding you. But all right.
Well, Jenny doesn't have to breathe, so.
That's true. But it's hard to speak underwater. But all right.
True.
A 17 for the one that is holding Jacked, and the one that is fighting Jesus fails.
Nice.
Then
forced movement, technically.
no, I don't think
What?
it is. It's obliged to do it, but it's not forced movement. I don't think.
Creatures of your choice, you can see a target automatically succeed. Until
then
the
the
spell ends, you
Owlboars.
can use a bonus action on each of your turns to designate a direction that is horizontal. Each affected target must use as much of its movement as possible to move in that direction on its next turn.
So it would use its action to disengage, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. A 15 from one of the Owlboars, and a fail from the other.
Okay,
So
so
one of the
one
Owlboars.
Owlboar-
I will say the one that's attacking Hjort, because
Yes.
numerical order. It failed, as did the Florpian that is fighting Jesus.
Yes.
Very well. So your bonus action
with
to
the... Yeah,
sort of.
that way. Which means that the dagger takes the dodge action.
Okay, very well.
Because I have to use my bonus action to order it to attack.
Hjort, it is your turn.
The creature that was on me has just fucked off, right?
It hasn't yet, but it will.
On its
Okay.
turn, it'll fuck off.
It's already
It's
looking
going
like
fuck off.
it's gonna fuck off. Yeah.
Okay. Short
That
is
does
going
not, however,
to look...
mean that it will. It will not attack you if you run away from it.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hjort is going to side-eye Jack,
Okay.
and he's just going to say, "Hey, have you ever wanted to be something you're not?"
Oh no, I don't like the way you're phrasing it, but yes.
And the thing is, it can hold its breath for 90 minutes. It's an animal.
I'm scared.
So he is going to use polymorph to turn Jacked into a sperm whale.
Oh,
I'm at a what now?
oh.
I don't. What?
He's
Terris,
beached,
that's fair. He's totally beached, brew. Beached is.
but he can hold his breath for 90 minutes, so I don't think it's a problem.
But
I'll give you the stuff. There you go. If you need
Also,
a
whales,
screenshot.
whales breathe air, so I
Yeah.
don't think it's a
Let's
problem.
not worry
but
about
it's gonna
that.
dry out.
Well, if he dries
Jenny's
out,
kinda
he'll
like-
just turn back.
okay,
So
Yeah.
good. I was just concerned that it was going to be smarter than Jacked, and I was about to get very pissed off.
no, you retain your mental
those of
stats,
you
do you
who-
not?
Yeah, for those
no,
of you who don't have the thing I've screenshotted.
Okay.
Hmm.
Very well. Jacked turns into. Now, this is a gargantuan creature.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm a big boy.
I'm gonna have everybody, literally everybody, except Jacked, make a dex save.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Sorry.
For the record,
I was
have a
genuine.
-1.
I expect Ardanna too was expecting a giant
yeah,
crab, right?
I'm flat.
Yes.
I rolled a
Also,
7. I'm in danger.
Jenny
Yeah.
is grappled.
Yeah. So Jenny pretty much automatically fails this, I think. But I would say that
No.
Jenny automatically succeeds if the creature that's holding her automatically succeeds.
Okay, hold on.
Or are you just
It
disadvantaged
doesn't
for it?
say. No, it doesn't say anything about it. But I would imagine that since she is a small creature that is currently grappled by a large creature,
Yeah.
she doesn't really have much say in the matter.
Yeah. That's a natural
Just saying-
fuck on the first one. That's Jenny's one failed.
I'm technically 2.4 jacked HP by now.
It's raging as well, yeah. It's an angry whale.
Yeah, and he's just. I.
No.
As this happens.
As this
He
wall
did not
of
mean to make a
flesh.
sperm whale.
Definitely, the noise is just thunk as it happens.
The one that was holding Jacked, oddly enough, succeeded. It's Dex save.
I just realized
Of
that Jenny
course.
speaks deep speech and primordial.
Uh,
So from somewhere under the whale, you hear a long slew of. I'm not sure if anyone else here speaks deep speech.
I don't
But-
speak.
not currently.
No. Or understands deep speech, but it's basically like a long slew of Lovecraftian that you can very much interpret as cursing Yort.
So,
This is not a dinosaur. Whoops.
Oh wait, I need.
these things were
probably need to
around
do
at
a
the same
dex
time.
save.
Yeah, Jenny, you gon' get squished along with the thing that's holding you.
Does the dagger need to make a dex
No,
save?
it's fine because it's floating. I give. Well, you can, but if it'll be with advantage. So,
It is going to be a literal thorn in the side of this.
Terris, however, I am going to give you inspiration because that's very funny.
Sounds
hilarious, Terris, you're the
exceptionally
best.
funny.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is 2.
If you want to use that inspiration immediately to re-roll your dex save, that might not be a bad idea on your part.
Please, may I? That's worse.
Okay.
That is somehow worse. Oh no, it's bone
One
better.
You are
Okay,
still going to
so-
get crushed by a giant wall of expanding jacked. So,
Jack got jacked.
I'm Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, could you roll me ! roll space the number 10 in chat?
Okay,
I've realized something very broken about a combination that could be very amusing when it comes to Jack's turn.
I
But
think
I'm
it's
just
even
gonna
better
leave
because
that.
you're a Storm Herald as well. A 5. Okay. That's 50. All right. So, yeah. If you succeeded the dex save, you take no damage. If you fail the dex save, you are going to take 50 points of damage. As
Thank you.
a wall of jacked lands on you. However, that does mean that the one that was the Florpian that was fighting Gazus is killed instantly, as is the one that was fighting Jenny. Jenny, the way I'm going to rule it, because it was grappling you, the leftover damage. No, actually, it doesn't kill it. 50 isn't enough to kill one of these things if they're uninjured. Yeah, basically, it is heavily bludgeoned and knocks you out of the way. Jenny, you can take half because you are being held by this creature. You're small and partially shielded by it. So 25 points to you. Gazus, you are knocked out of the way as the remains of a Frorpian are crushed next to you. Just a pulpy amphibisect mass is next to you on the ground. The one that was holding Jacked had no chance at all and is just obliterated. The two Albors are still up. they're both up in the air, which is why they had advantage and they both succeeded in dodging this. However, the combat has turned on a dime here, I think, as
I'm unconscious.
Hjort is unconscious. Fortunately, it's not a concentration spell.
No, wait, polymorph is a concentration.
Yeah, polymorph is a concentration spell.
So Jack immediately turns right back.
Damn it! Damn! Because what I realized is I get fast movement as a barbarian, which means this whale with 0 foot movement speed can just go.
So
Terris, that is
Jack
painful.
goes in a 6-second span, expands out to the size of a sperm whale, kills 3 things with its bulk, and then immediately contracts right back to Jack. You are now lying on the floor in a puddle of Fropian.
Why do I want fish?
Squid. They eat squid. Very hungry for squid right now.
Calamari, please.
The 2 Albors are still up. And are going to attack.
Aren't they composed?
One of them is. One of them is correct. Yes, one of them.
I need to make
concentration check.
Yes.
What just happened?
That's a
10.
10.
You took 25 points of damage, so it's half. So 12 was the number you needed.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're no longer compulsed.
They're no longer
and
compelled.
That's
You
D&D,
hear
baby.
a almost. Oh, what's that? It's. You
I am
hear
so
a long
sorry.
slew of cursing at a pitch nearly inaudible to the ear in a language none of you speak, but you can clearly tell that she's cursing.
Very well. So they are going to each attack Jesus and Jacked because that's who they were attacking before, and there's no point attacking Hjort anymore. And it looks like their friend has got Jenny. So yeah, they're going to go for 1 each for you. However,
advantage on me.
they will. I'll roll that one first. A 16 plus 5, 21, and not so great, a 13.
21 hits, 13 does not.
Ah, all right. That's sucks because that's the good one. Never mind. 8. 8 points of damage. You're definitely still raging, so half that.
Oh yeah.
And Jesus, you're not grappled anymore, so it's just straight up. Again, the first one hits, the second one doesn't. I suspect a 22. A 22 and an 11.
11 miss.
For 5 damage.
I'm gonna be evil against myself.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they get advantage on both me and Jagged because we're prone.
Oh yes, no, you would have been
Yes,
knocked prone
yeah.
as well. That was very good of
also,
you.
Can I just
I get inspiration for reminding this.
I was literally about to say, I was like, you know what? I will give you inspiration for being a good boy. There you are.
Can I really lazily, like, I'm happy to take disadvantage, but can I really lazily just swing my axe one-handed at the one that is attacking Jesus?
Is
'cause
that
I've
a
got Sentinel?
Oh,
Because it attacked an ally of mine
that is
within
true.
5 footage.
That is true. Yes, you can.
So I'll take it at disadvantage because I'm prone, just because that feels right and honestly feels great.
Do it. Do it. Finish him.
19 and a 5. 13 to hit.
Is not enough.
Bummer. Never mind.
No. No.
Oh.
It dodges, and yes, the second attack will in fact hit then with a 23. So total damage on Jesus is.
Well, okay. I'm before you tell me, I think this is. I have a thing that I'm going to use. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage taken by a D12 plus 3. I can do that 3 times for long rest, and I'm going to do that. I think I need to do that before you tell me the damage, right?
I think before. Yes, that's probably right. Yes. So.
Yeah.
You definitely want to do it on the second attack, not the first. The first, I think, did 5 damage. The second attack did a total of 10.
Oh, come on. 4. Okay.
Okay, you reduce it by 4.
4 less is 4 less.
Yep. That's rough. And then the the Fropian.
What's the total on that damage?
10 and 5. 15 all up, so 11 after your thing.
11. Thank you.
And the final Fropian,
I'm still...
who has, I'll tell you for free, 2 hit points, is going to try and make himself feel a little better by having a snack. And is going to tongue attack Jenny.
Bleh.
Blech. Jenny...
It's really good for your sinuses, though.
Yeah, look, there is that benefit. Jenny... Oh, crit!
Can I use my inspiration to give it disadvantage on that?
No, that's... No, but
cool.
but
good.
silvery
No.
barbs could happen.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. She's gonna whack it on the tongue with a with the violin bow and just go,
Like an angry grandma, just like...
I love that image.
I still hit you.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will. But like, you can just see her like, her hat is skewed, bits of metal are just
Yeah.
from where the whale crushed her, and she just go.
Well, it has a name, thank you.
We barely knew him. Next time he's going to turn you into a giant potted plant. And
I can't do that.
make me. I need two saves: a con save and a strength save, Jenny.
Oh, why? Okay, con save is not that bad, but why a strength? Yeah, no, that's an
Okay.
8 on the con.
Actually, you would have
And
advantage
that's-
on the con.
It's a nat 20 for 19 on the strength.
Okay, yeah.
And
Jenny,
Nice.
advantage on the con. That's 13 on the con.
just passes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it is trying. So at this point, Jenny is all 4 limbs braced around its mouth as its tongue is wrapped around you, and it is trying to pull you into its mouth. But you're like, no, I am not for eating. As you're
Yes.
whacking it on its head. Who are you giving the inspiration? Who are you giving the advantage to?
I'm going to give. Well, Yort is unconscious, so I'm gonna give it to. Why can't I remember his name? Jacked.
Jesus.
Jack.
Jacked. Oh.
Very
yeah.
well. Cool. You do that. Then it is going to try and claw you twice because it is you are within its claws. So that's a hit.
It's just trying to use cutlery to just actually it's trying to just go.
That's a crit.
Oh no.
Use my reaction. I already used my reaction. Damn it.
So that is another 8 damage. These claws are not the dangerous thing about this creature. It's eating you is the dangerous thing about this creature. Terris's pirate dice are doing some very good work here. A further 7 plus 2 each time. So 11, 19.
Oh.
How's Jenny
Just
looking?
hear this.
like the muscle bros.
Really, really rough. Like,
Not good. Excellent.
No. Yeah, no.
We go back to the top. We are at Jacked.
Alright. Well, funnily enough, the one that was holding me is Paste.
Yes.
So first I'm gonna stand up, wipe a bit of the paste off. There is an owl boar attacking
You and one attacking Gazoos.
one. Cool. I'm just gonna book it towards the Fropian. I'll
Okay.
take an opportunity attack if they want to hit me, but they can try.
Nat 1.
Exactly, they can try. They're fucking
Too fast.
useless.
He was like, what? What?
Dun 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 dun.
The whale is running away.
I'm full on just like.
Move! Boo!
Like the cop in Cloudy of a Chance of Meatballs.
You are no more than
deadline for the
10
frog
feet. So yeah.
Yeah. Bonus action, temp HP to everyone within range. 3.
Smart. That doesn't res Stuart, does it?
No, it's temp. It's not healing. I'm going to reckless attack this.
Does he
Scorpion.
get the temp HP though?
Oh no.
I don't know.
I feel
DM's
like
ruling.
no.
Okay.
I'll allow it. But it doesn't wake you up. Like,
Okay.
if you wake up, you'll have 3 temp HP. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Right. Advantage.
Finish him.
25 to hit.
You hit. How do you do this?
With 8 damage, I reckon.
With 10 damage.
Yeah, true. 10 damage. I just go straight down, tail down the middle, and then
Ooh.
get my hands into it and just go like I'm opening a lobster.
Yep. Shucking a lobster. Yep.
Yep. And then I'll just gently just scoop Jenny out and just put her on the ground nearby.
You can very clearly see that Jenny is a construct because there are metal pieces just pointing everywhere.
Lot of dents.
And like where the claws
So he's
have
just like,
pushed
I don't
in.
know how to fix this, so I'm just gonna put it, just pat.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Do you know, I think you can notice that where the claw just pushed her chest in would have killed a human. But
yeah, I can't fix that.
It's like
Not to worry. All she needs is on WD-40.
Yeah, we'll get the crowbar and just pop the cavity out.
yeah.
Cool. And I mean, I think that's my first attack.
Yeah. You've only moved 10 feet. If it matters.
I run back and like flying leap at the one that was meant to attack me.
Yeah. It tried, and it's still like, where the fuck you go? Oh, here you come. Here you go. Smack.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the one that was
Hey,
attacking Hjort. Okay, this is actually important then. Go on then, do it.
17 plus 2 for
Well,
19.
actually, the way we do crits here, my friend, is that the first dice is maxed.
Oh. So that is
A further 4.
12 plus 4 for
Yeah.
16.
16.
Plus 5 for
21.
21, plus 2 for 23.
Hell yeah. Hey, Jacked, how do you do this?
The same way I always do it, with absolute panache. No, I feel like he overcompensates.
By the way, that was
for
exactly the
swing.
number you needed.
Perfect. He overcompensates for the swing, and it's more like the haft of the axe that hits this, and it's just like it just cracks its neck.
Oh.
He doesn't actually do any slicing. It just
breaks
puts it
its
down.
neck. Oh,
yeah.
it just drops.
Yep.
You're
It,
like, oh,
it just
wow.
drops.
Jesus, there is one left. It's around your head, buzzing you like an annoying fly. It's really
I'm
hasn't
gonna
done
lift
a lot.
One
Stand up,
for you, my friend.
And I'm going to use my maul as a baseball bat and hopefully send this thing into orbit.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
I guess the 22 hits.
Yeah. Roll the
And I'm
damage.
going to hit it again. I'll just see if I hit the second. 11 is a miss.
Does not.
Yeah,
Roll the
with
damage.
my first hit, I'm going to... Oh, yeah, hold your horses. I can do
Sorry,
something
I
cool.
apologize. Go on then. Do something
I'm
cool.
going to use one superiority dice for a
go.
goading attack.
Ooh.
Goating
Oh.
attack.
Not goading,
don't you
goading.
have inspiration points from Jenny as well?
He may.
Oh, yeah, I had
did.
one too.
Yeah, yeah.
As in to turn the miss into a hit.
Oh, okay. Well, let's. Okay, my bad. Let's just finish the first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
My goading attack. When you hit with the weapon attack, you can expend one superiority dice to add the total to the damage roll, and the target must make a Wisdom saving throw DC 16. On failure, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against
Anything
targets
other than you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
spicy.
what it does give me is an extra
Extra
D8
D8.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not bad.
Do it.
So, we will start with that. Oh,
2d6, 1d8, plus a lot.
What would our board taste like? pork and chicken mix.
That's
Like a pork
those
turkey?
plus a D8.
All max. All max.
Nice.
So 20.
20.
And I'm going to use my
Yeah.
inspiration on the second attack. And I'm
I
gonna try
wouldn't,
it again.
because you just killed it.
Yeah, this owl boar's not going to be in Candlekeep too.
Tony, I was going to say, how do you do this?
Well, I got a maul, not an axe. But if we had an axe,
yeet.
I would have done the cool thing, Jack, by disemboweling the boar, making it ready for a barbecue.
Ah.
I mean, I broke the other one's neck, so it'll be nice and tender.
Supposed to use an axe.
A barbecue?
But I got a maul, so I am just gonna bash its head off and send the head into orbit. Goodbye.
Could
The
I
head.
add to that?
Yeah.
Because technically, if you want to use it, Jenny could add some thunder damage to that.
So as the
So
strike
can I
hits,
just for flavor, just boom?
yes, there is a sonic boom, and the head rockets off away. Yeah, and yeah, Hjort is unconscious, but everything else is dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush over to her and do a medicine check on her.
Yep. The Angel Mythos, yes, Team Rocket blasting off again! An 18 stabilizes.
Yeah.
welcome.
Can I attempt to stabilize Jenny?
Jenny's fine.
Oh, I'm
She's not
I
fine,
wouldn't say
but...
fine, but I'm not
okay.
dead.
I thought you were
Jenny?
unconscious. Cool.
No.
How many hit points do you have left? I had a whale land on me.
I have 7 out of 59.
Okay, we're in the 7 club. I got 7 hit points too.
Guys,
I would
I'm
have been
sorry.
sorry and
I'm-
used my.
Very proud
I
of how
can use
balanced this combat
mending.
was.
To heal myself.
I am
Guys-
so sorry. I dropped a whale on everybody.
I'm
Guys,
not.
what are you talking about? I'm fine. I've got 65 out of 77. I'm fine.
And I've been hitting him reliably as well. Stupid
Yeah.
barbarian.
I took fuck all. It was great. The temp HP
Okay.
really helped. Just a
So
little
I'm
shield.
gonna use First of all, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Hjort because I didn't get a chance to do that. So let's
Yeah,
pump
yeah.
in a 3rd level Healing Word.
Nice.
Or
As the Angel Mythos says, Terris, don't be sorry, you will wail within your rights.
Oh,
yes.
well
So 11.
done.
You get 11 hit points back
Thank
because I
you.
rolled like shite on that.
Angel Mythos, for that, you can gift someone on this stream a D4 bonus. And
And then
11
I'm
hit
gonna
points
use-
to Hjort for
Yes.
the healing word.
And I'm gonna use Mending on myself to get a 1 hit die worth of health back. I don't
Nice.
remember what hit die I used.
D8, I believe, for Bard.
I think so, but I'm not.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Because that was an excellent pun.
Was.
Yeah, it's a D8 plus 2. So I'm going to do roll a D8 plus 2.
Nice.
I roll
And
like
it's-
shite, so that's a 5.
Who had 7? Both Jenny and Jesus had 7. And Lucky
Yeah.
Red Sparrow is raiding.
Oh,
Raiders, thank you very
Hello.
much for joining us, you bloody champions. Lucky Red Sparrow, how are you, my dear? It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. Want to send some love? Your love is always gratefully received. And raid. Let us have an exclamation mark shout out to return that love, Lucky Red Sparrow. What were you guys doing? Let's have a look. They were playing some Final Fantasy 15 online. Amazing. How did it go? Were you having fun? I hope you were. I hope your stream was excellent. We are playing a little bit of... No, Angel Mythos. Just who do you want to give it to? They will get a bonus that they can spend whenever they want. A little sick, not gonna lie. Had to end a little early, but saw you guys were live and I was like, I always have fun on your streams. Lucky Red Sparrow, that's very kind of you to say. And very true and kind.
Thank you.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear. We are playing our 12 days of Candlekeep. And in fact, it is not the 3rd day of Candlekeep. And I've just realized I hadn't changed that, which might be why Sweet Pea thought it was the 3rd day of Candlekeep. My apologies, Sweet Pea. It is the 4th day of Candlekeep. Jesus, Jesus, you get a D4 bonus. There you go.
Yay!
I'll just pop it up here. Okay. So
100%
Jesus,
the game.
I think
100% the whole game.
Yes.
Oh, not quite.
That's
Oh,
good to
wow.
know.
Okay. Good luck with that. That's going to
Good
take you a
effort.
while. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, that is the end of the combat. Hjort, your eyes flutter back open. The last thing you saw was a wall of... So, Lucky Red Sparrow, Raiders, we should fill you in. They just had a combat with one of the... 3 of the things you can see before you, the Fraupians, and 3 other things. These things... Let's frog away, and you can see, yes, the Albors, clearly a misspelling of Albert. Admittedly, the book I'm using did not contain stats for either one, so I had to make them up. I basically just used Albert stats for the Albors, but made them smaller and slightly less dangerous. And the Fraupians, I took a giant scorpion and added some stuff from a giant frog. That thing was trying valiantly to swallow you, Jenny, and if you had, you'd have been not enjoying that at all. Lucky Red Sparrow, this is a totally different campaign than I think you have seen before. Candlekeep is something we do at Christmas time, and it is a drop in, drop out campaign where everybody, the cast changes almost dadaily. The only one who will be joining us again,
whales on people.
and occasionally whales are dropped on people. So yes, they were fighting these biomantically altered creatures, and the barbarian and the fighter were having a great time. The bards were having a less great time until one of them had the brilliant idea to transform the barbarian into a sperm whale, which, in fairness, did kill most of the things. But some of the things were, in fact, the bard who cast it in the first place, which was perfect karma, really. So, yeah, it was great. In fact, this is the first episode of a new adventure. So Candlekeep is very episodic. Every 3 days, every 3 adventures, every 3 sessions, rather, we have a new adventure. So you can drop in pretty much whenever, and you're getting something new and interesting and fun. This is a group who have never played together before as a group, and they've gelled really well. It's been really fun. So Hjort, your last sight in this world before you were knocked unconscious by a wall of grey blubber was a wall of grey blubber. You awaken now to the 3 faces of your companions. Jenny's rather battered, with a few bits and pieces of green ichor splattered across it. Jack's looking remarkably clean, actually, because all of the blood and viscera that was on him was on the whale form and then just fell off as soon as he transformed back into Jack. So he's almost perfectly clean. And Jesus probably is looking a bit battered as well. A bit flattened, to be honest.
Yep.
No, you carry on, Lucky Red
Slightly
Sparrow. Take care,
two-dimensional.
my dear. Yeah, almost. Oh, yes. I hope you feel better soon, my dear.
Yeah, take care.
Get well soon.
Yes.
Yeah. Sucks being sick. Yeah, Hjort just sort of sits up. He looks a little dazed and confused, and he's, what happened? That was supposed to be a T-Rex.
You dropped a whale on us! You stupid... And a long slew of deep speech.
Wait, he dropped a whale on us?
Yeah.
What whale? I don't remember seeing a whale.
Just for a moment.
You might have been the whale.
Oh.
Jesus, noticing the 4 carcasses of the Albors. How's the forest here? Is it damp or is it dry?
Not overly damp, not overly dry. It's a
Okay.
It went
has
to
I'm
a small
gonna
river.
start
yeah,
a
there is a
fire.
river. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a fire and start dressing one of the boars for a good cookout.
Sure.
And from my armoire, I start taking out some spices, and I'm getting ready for a good little barbecue and a short rest because I think we need one.
Very well. You may have a short rest. Roll those hit dice and everything if you like. As Gazoos spit roasts a boar, an owl boar. The only trick with this one, Gazoos, is that its front limbs are wings, so it's a bit tricky. You have to pluck it as well as skin it. But otherwise, quite pleasant. Darn cuckoo birds. Yes. And you guys are just tucking in. You've just taken your first bite of owlboar when green lightning starts to wrap around you as Jenny, Jacked, and Gazoos are teleported away, and Hjort's eyes are filled with the glowing green lights of the Candlekeep's teleportation as his 3 friends disappear to be replaced by 3 new companions, who we will see on Monday, and I think we will leave it there. Guys, thank you so much for playing. That was a good combat. It was actually far more challenging than I thought it would be for you. I thought you guys were going to cakewalk it about halfway through it. Then the whale incident happened, and everything sort of balanced out nicely. So, let us talk for some favorite moments. This is what we do at the end of our streams, where we go through our favorite bits from the last few hours we have spent together. It's something we've stolen unapologetically from the dreaded GM, but I believe a lot of other people do it now as well. Yeah. It's very fun. So, we need a D5 in chat. Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 5, to decide who we are going to talk about first. And RC1138, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Glad you enjoyed the show. We will be back on Monday night. Night Wanderer, thank you very much. That's a 1. Curse you, that's me. We're talking DM first.
Yay!
Oh, Night Wanderer,
I
you
have a
meanie.
good thing with you, Josh. And I want to start with that one.
Okay.
That was the interaction between you and me in the bar when we exchanged berries. That was really good.
That was very, very
I love
good.
that, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was going to be my favorite you moment. Yeah, absolutely.
I must say, the sneaky Astarian reference for
Not that sneaky.
Nippolonius.
That was good.
And RC has rolled a 1, but that doesn't get me anymore. That'll be Hjort. We will talk Hjort next. And chat, if you have favourite moments as well, please chuck them up. We'd love to see what you think. Night Wanderer, thank you very much for the follow as well, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. So yes.
I'm going to say putting up with my bullshit, but mostly, putting up with my bullshit in general, but mostly putting up with my bullshit when I decided to wander off and talk to the horses.
The horses was cool. Yeah, it was a good way of getting more information. Yeah, I have no issue with that. Yeah. AJ?
I mean, it was also good. I do like... I think this is... I can't recall, but I think this is the first time that I've played a game where you've DM'd.
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, I really enjoyed the combat. I am a bit of a combat fiend in the Eldritch Scribe. And yeah, I really enjoyed the combat. It was fun.
I think it
well
was
made, well paced.
It was quite a good... I'm quite happy with the balance of it, because I'm like, these are homebrewed creatures that I made up this afternoon. And
impressive then.
I was like, that was quite good. That was quite well balanced for a level 8 party. It might have been even more well balanced if I could have rolled consistently, because I was rolling quite well by the end of it. Creatures that can give themselves advantage on every hit. That's fun. My favorite me moment was figuring out what the hell to do with the whale.
That was also well done.
So the D10 in my head, I peeked behind the DM screen. This is the decision I made. I was like, right, D10. Anything over a 5 is the number of D10s I roll for the damage. Anything under 5 is I just times it by 10, and that's how much damage they take. So it'll be around the 30 to 50 range is my guesswork there.
Nice.
And yeah, 5 was got, and I'm like, oh, that's like max damage. Okay, great.
That's a lot of damage.
Very nice, sweet pea. Better than nothing. Yeah. Cool. Yes. I thought that was well balanced. Yeah. Let us talk Gjort then. We have flattered me thoroughly enough. Let us talk Terris moments. Who's going to jump in first with it? Who's going to say it?
I mean, I don't want to steal the whale.
I'm not going to say the whale, but I am going to say that was supposed to be a T-Rex.
Yeah, 100%.
The I didn't mean to do that moment was excellent.
Yes, that was a brilliant moment. Just the idea of because I still have the image in my head of Dolphin Gjort trying to get through that hallway in Shemshim's bedtime rhyme and getting stuck and preventing everyone from moving because they got in there first. And I had the same image of Gjort moving through the trees.
Yes.
And basically the only one who could get past would be Jenny because she can walk like between his hooves. But yeah, that just Gjort moving through the trees, just yes, that whole image.
Yep.
Duck, weave, shimmy.
Yes.
I like the when we landed in the forest, and the first thing that Trish thought of was to put on a hat on her antlers.
Yes.
At the very beginning, just when we teleported in, that was pretty damn good. That was funny.
Thank you.
So fashion first, okay?
Yeah.
I like that.
I think just the scene with the tavern, like, you know, hearing the description of everything that we can see, and immediately Terris went, "All right, horses. That's what I'm gonna do," and stuck to it and went, "No, this is a way of getting information. I'm built for this. This is what I do. I'm gonna go talk to the leaders, the horses."
Ungulate power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh, you have to
me?
use channel points, Sweet Pea. By the inspos. Yes, favorite self, Terris.
I don't know. I think actually just the fact that Gjort always asks the animals when he's trying to figure things out. So you know, it's the horses, the weird squirrel thing, just anything that he can get his hands on that is not a human or a humanoid, he will ask it because he considers them more honest. So
Yeah. He's also sort of an animal person as well, so there's a logic there.
I
as
mean,
well.
he does have a nest of mice in his hand. So.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, we need a D3 now. Exclamation mark roll space 3, if somebody would be so kind, to talk about Jenny, Jack, or Gazoos. I was actually thinking that this is the first time I've DM'd for AJ, but it's also the first time I think I've DM'd for Tony.
Yes.
I see, got a 3. Well, let's talk Tony then. Because that was dead set my favorite moment as well. Your story about the tiger berries, that was freaking
that was
cool,
fun.
dude. Loved it.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was like, you know what's really cool? The there is in the story, is the change bush, the changeberry bush is a thing that is already written into the book. And I was just like, oh, heck yeah, I can totally work with this. I will trade you berry for berry. Dead set. Let's do that. It was just it was a lovely moment because it established so much character of Jesus. And yeah. It was very, very good
armoire.
for the armoire, yes. Yeah.
So I want to explain about the armoire. When I wrote it to Josh, he didn't get it first. He thought I meant a armor of many things, basically, because as we know, Josh is dyslexic, and that happens. And so I explained to him, no, it's a cupboard. It's a
I'll be honest,
So
Tony.
what was it?
It wasn't actually. I genuinely thought you meant armor because you were misspelling because you were Swedish and your English isn't your first language. I apologize.
Little asshole.
I know what an armoire is. I just didn't think that's what you meant. Because I was like, that's a wardrobe. You can't carry. Oh, I see. Right.
Okay, so my thought with this was that it's huge, but Jesus is huge.
Also huge. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So for him, it's just a little backpack, and he has stuff from his travels that he's kept in it that can be used for just about anything in any situation. So here at the end, we had I can make a barbecue out of this, no problem. I have the equipment.
Yeah.
That was my sort of
Uh,
magical weapon or magical item.
When you said armor, I was like, so Jenny is a College of Creation bard. If I can get Jesus to put that down, I can animate that.
Absolutely.
Animated
But
armor.
Jesus never put it down.
It was also.
It wasn't
was
every
magical,
time.
though.
I got flattened by a not T-Rex.
Definitely a
Oops.
T-Rex.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you getting stuck in the library with the mall.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
I
Yeah,
love that.
that was very funny.
It's like, oh shit.
I'm
hang
going to say most of my favorite moments were taken, but I'm going to say the way you downed that bathtub of ale like a champion.
on.
I-
Absolute champion.
I think it's just
It's-
general. I think that what I'm picking up from this is we learned so much about him so quickly. We all came to feel like we knew Jesus really quickly. It was just a very characterful
Yes.
character that you created.
I love him.
Favorite self.
The way I use the armoire to try to help Jack with his curse.
Mm.
Just
Yes.
giving him pepper. Sneeze it out. Get
I
rid
love
of
that
it.
too.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Just PSA, don't snort peppers.
No, don't do that.
No.
Been there,
Unless you're
done
into
that.
that.
Yeah. Look. No shade. We're not king shaming.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Excellent. Let us have a D2 then in chat, please.
Coin toss.
Roll space the number 2. Ready, Rangers, in unison. It's morphin time. Yeah, to turn into a giant sperm whale. I think more. There was I read every book of the Animorphs series when I was a kid. They were coming out when I was a teenager, and I was into them. And there was one episode where one of the characters, I think Cassie, had to turn from bird to whale before they hit the ocean, because they'd worked out that a whale could survive falling from the stratosphere. And I was like, bullshit, but all right. And I mean, I wasn't back then. I thought that was a great idea. But yeah, so I had, but it takes like a minute or two to transform. So that was interesting. A D. Here we are. Sweepy gives us a 1. So that's a Jenny. We're talking about favorite Ardanna moments. Favorite Ardanna moments.
Cursing me out in deep speech. I absolutely love that. Just the whole idea, just so incensed that no longer common.
I liked the interaction with Jesus, actually. Big and small playing together is always kind of fun to watch. But yeah, the impotent rage of the tiny, and the way you
hipster brewer.
you describe you do a really good job of describing and to a degree acting the physicality of a tiny little auto gnome really well, and I enjoy it every time you do it.
Yes.
I love the Go Jenny magnifying glass.
Damn.
That was good.
Yeah, that was very cool. Like that.
That was awesome. I think the dog, going, I'm going to take that dog. That dog is mine.
Yes.
The dog I made up on the fly because I was talking to my actual dog. Yeah.
Yeah. And we went, "Ooh, what dog?"
Canon now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
was
Jenny
great.
is totally gonna steal that dog.
Yeah. Yappy little jumping dog.
Gonna pet that dog.
Very well. Favorite self? Theory. That
Yes.
dog there.
Yes, that dog there. I have to say the idea of Silvery Barbs being Jenny hitting this giant scorpion thing with the violin bow. Just
Yep.
no.
I love that.
No. Because I can just picture it in my head so clearly, like this robot getting crunched with her hat all askew and just goes no.
Yep.
With the violin bow. Hi, doggy.
Floof.
No.
Aww.
One of the neighbor's dogs is barking, so she's like, I must protect. I'm fearsome doggo.
You are a fearsome doggo. You cute doggo.
Very
Hmm.
cute. Then I believe that leaves us with the wonderful AJ Cross. Let us talk AJ. Throws glittery barb bomb and runs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking spell. It's just... I think the trick of it is... It can feel like a real dick move sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes is the trick.
Mhm.
It sometimes feels like the whole like DM versus player.
Yeah.
Sort
Yeah.
It's like, it's a cock block, and you're like, that's, like... Counterspell feels like, my opinion on Counterspell is similar, but at least it's sort of more expected. And they tend to use it, like, Counterspell is a 3rd level spell. It doesn't get used all that much. They run out quite quickly unless they're very high levels. In which case they'll have to upcast it to stop a lot of the shit. And it's also a lifesaver sometimes, whereas Silvery Barbs is just like, no, you did that cool thing? Nah.
But also
I'm
Silvery
sorry.
Barbs buffs an ally as well as
Yeah.
stops an
Yeah.
enemy.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
Counterspell
would've-
just stops an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably have made the Silvery Barbs a level 3 spell as well.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see it as a level 2, but it's
Yeah.
for a reaction spell.
Yeah.
The way I would fix it is it's an action to cast, and in the next turn you can use your reaction to impose it as needed. But in terms of action economy, I think it's an awful lot for a level 1 as a reaction. My comments on it are not targeted at the usage of it in this campaign at all. I just feel it just has to be used carefully.
Yes.
So that no one feels hurt by it. Because as you say, DM versus player is a hard line to sometimes follow. And I've had campaigns break down because of it where we call them locusts here, but murder hobo is another term I don't particularly care for because hobo is not a very nice way to refer to the homeless. But locust players being routinely dicks to all NPCs. And I was just like, you understand that the person you're talking to is me, though. And after a while, I'm just having to deal with you guys being dicks to me again and again and again. And it's just not fun for me. And it's a similar thing.
Yeah.
Interparty dynamics are an interesting thing, and that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how great Jacked is. Let's talk about AJ Cross. Tony, take it away.
Yeah. When he decided that he was gonna buy drinks for everyone, and realized that Jesus is huge.
Massive.
The face expression on his face, that was pretty precious.
Further to that, and it's not going to be my favorite moment, but I really like the dainty holding of the wine glass.
100%.
Yeah. Like, it was sort of that thing, but just balanced. Instead of actually, grabbing a tray like a normal person, he used his great axe as a tray.
Use what's on hand, literally.
Simple logical hack. Choices. Yeah.
I'm going to say. Go ahead,
No,
Josh.
no. I actually didn't have
No.
anything. I had
Okay,
just said
I'm going to say your descriptions of your kills were just absolutely spot on this session. I absolutely love them. Like, just
Thank you.
they're awesome, and the different ways you did it. Like, a lot of them were not standard. Just I hack it. No, just everything about them I loved. So yeah.
I mean, it spices up a very much like your martial characters can feel stale the longer you play them because you run out of ways to describe what you're doing. There's only so many ways you can say, I swing a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swing a sword and enemies fall over. I mean...
Yay! And I helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
I really enjoyed how you played... Yeah, I really enjoyed how you played Jacked. I was... You dragged me in really fast with the snuffly nose. I need immediately.
Yes.
It's a really good thing to do, and a really like two aspiring role players out there. Give us a question we need an answer to, just a little one about the character very early on, and it hooks you. I'm just like, I want to know. Like, is he full of shit? Is he just trying to get out of work? Does he have a curse? I don't know, and that's interesting, and I want to know more. And we still don't know the answer. Please don't tell us. You'll be back. But yeah, fun. And I thought that was a really cool detail, and it drew me in really quickly to your character.
Yeah, I just was thinking, okay, how can I make this character like a tiny bit more interesting that isn't mechanical, that isn't like, because I didn't know what the story was going to be, because I've never done any Candlekeep or anything similar, and so I was like, I don't know what I'm going in for, so I'm just going to make a barb. What's funnier than an adventurer who's meant to be like this cool, epic level 8 character? He's got a cold. Everyone has their off days.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was a good choice.
No, it was interesting. Favorite self?
Trying to sneeze on cam was pretty precious too.
I mean, it's kind of, I mean, fake sneezing is a very hard thing to do because it's a automatic response.
Yes.
When's the last time you guys tried to fake an automatic response? I think just I always enjoy guesting in a one shot because it essentially boosts my yes and ability just a little bit. Like, I just go, fuck it, it's a one shot. Let's okay, we ball. And yeah, so it was just fun to hear all this stuff, all these different bits and be like, okay, yep, Jacked does this now.
Yeah.
Jacked is a whale and is now craving calamari, sure.
3 seconds.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Magical expanding wall of grey flesh. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Yeah, no one ever says I just eat some rations. The only time I ever use rations is when I'm trying to lure in an animal or something. It's like I pull out some hardtack or something like that. But no, we normally find something to cook and eat. Want to taco about it? Cool. Alrighty. Well, we have all been thoroughly flattered. We have been here for a gosh darn while, so let us go and find somebody to raid. And I think, seeing as AJ's here, we'll go and raid the Eldritch Scribe. But before we do that, let us... Have you ever raided the Eldritch Scribe, Jack? Yeah, it's going to be weird. All right, but before we do that, we do need to ask who the absolute heck these wonderful beings have been. So, Tony Karlstrom, let's start at that end. Tony, who the heck are you?
I'm a GM here in Sweden. I usually GM Mutant Chronicles, but I've been known to GM Dungeons & Dragons as well. And sometimes I GM for Josh on this channel. Today I have the honor to play. That's who I am.
We'll be looking to have Tony back in the new year for some more Mutant Chronicles. And you can check out the Corporate Injustice 3-shot over on our YouTube if you want to see it. Ah, Sweepy has bought an inspiration. Is this for Hjort? because Hjort will be joining us back again on Monday, so he might need one.
We'll need one.
Excellent.
What is love? Baby, don't Hjort me.
We just need a line of Hjort merch.
Yeah.
Kiss the Hjort, baby, don't Hjort me.
Gonna need character art for that. I haven't really had the money and Daria the time to swing for art for all the characters in Candlekeep. There are more player characters in Candlekeep than there are active player characters in Humblewood at this point. So, yes, for the DM. Oh, I apologize, Terris.
Oh, that's fine.
DM.
Did that short of it?
Stolen.
Oh yeah, I'm totally Hjort.
Jack, AJ, tell us who you are.
I'm AJ. I played Jack today. I'm from the Eldritch Scribe, which you can see if you want to see more of me. I'm live with the Eldritch Scribe on Mondays, playing Merc, the wisdom-based paladin, because that's a bit saucy. We are not too far away from wrapping up our second streamed campaign, where we're going to attempt to fight and kill a god. And gearing up for our third campaign, I believe early next year. Since we are going to be raiding the Scribe stream, Des and Raf do a lot of world building, and they're actually creating a whole new setting at the moment.
Easy.
Which is very cool. And yeah.
Cool. Is that for the new campaign in the new year?
I don't believe so.
They're just doing it because they can.
In fact, I'm going to say no. They're just doing it because they can.
Of course
Get
they
out
are.
of my champagne.
That's the best reason.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's it. Well, Hjort, you don't have an inspiration, but you do have a default bonus because Sweet Bee is a sweetie. Ardanna, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I'm Ardanna or Joe or Oi, you there if my player is saying it. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorite. And tonight, this morning for me, I've been playing Jenny Spinner, the Autonome College of Creation Bard, who is currently looking like someone ran her over about 5 times with a dumpster truck.
Or just once with a sperm whale.
Yes.
And
Well, think of it this way: you'll have a whale of a tale to tell later.
Ooh.
Nice.
but none to show for it.
Puns are coming.
The puns are coming. Terris, who the absolute heck are you,
Oh,
my
yeah,
friend?
right. Hi. I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. I don't stream myself, but you can find me popping up wherever D&D and other TTRPGs are played, especially on Ardanna's channel, The Lorite. I today have been playing Hjort. I will reprise that role next time we Candlekeep.
Monday.
He is that day. He is a Musator bard.
That he is.
But yeah, don't stream myself, but soon mice.
Goon mice. You Krill have to pick up after that one, Jenny. And Mesdames, Monsieur, Dame und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends, including some amazing chaps here with me this evening. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining us. Chat. Lucky Red Sparrow, thank you so much for that raid, you bloody champions. Thank you to our new followers. I also need to say thank you to Wooten Forge, purveyors of WA and possibly even the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. Check them out at wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. I love that you've got yours there as well, AJ, despite it arriving, 2 years ago? It's a glorious piece of thing. Check them out, woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove. And we get a cheeky little kickback of everything you buy, you bloody champions, because I don't shill, but I do have bills. And guys, we are also affiliated with Troll Lord Games, who are providers of alternate gaming systems for your TTRPG gaming pleasure. Check that out, their Castles and Crusades system. And the last published works of Gary Gygax can be found on their website, trolllord.com. Check them out there. Guys, the only other thing I do need to mention before we go away is Ukraine. As you may be aware, the Ukrainian people are going through a bit of a war right now. There's a few going on in the world, but the Ukraine is the one we've been supporting, and they need all the love that they can get. So if you do have any spare pennies in your charity wallets, please consider checking them at the Emergency Action Appeal. That is an Australian group of charities and not-for-profits that are raising money to help the refugees generated by that war. Some 8 million refugees have been displaced from their homes, and they need all the help they can get. So thank you very much, you bloody champions. And now, without any further ado, we will go and raid the Eldritch Scribe. We will be back on Monday night for some more Candlekeep Christmas. Terris and I will be back for the second episode of this adventure, and we will be joined by, Josh looks at timetable, the big Viking Mitch will be joining us, Malika Moon and the Mother of Bunnies will be joining us as well for that adventure. So Big Viking Mitch is new to the game. Malika Moon is, so we're going to trade one auto gnome for a rock gnome. Yes, Malika is playing a tiny little rock gnome. Mitch is playing a work experience elf, and the Mother of Bunnies is reprising her druid, her astral druid, Holly Sprinkles. So join us back in the Tangle Pines for that. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Des and Raph where we came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you same bat time, same bat channel on Monday evening for more of that. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Whee!